Hello everyone, welcome to 5th game of Dorms and Deans. I'm gonna jump right back. So, after your characters have successfully passed your exam at the end of the probation period, you're now fully secured in your job position as far as much as is possible in Candlekeep Academy. You're going to take a 1 week 1 week time gap between the events in the sewer and the next series of events. During this time period, we have downtime, which means you can research a specific subject, get to know someone specific, or take lessons in Ep6 and add that proficiency to your character sheet.
During the rest, do we recuperate our hit points and everything?
Absolutely, yes.
Do we get paid?
You get paid for an extra 20 gold pieces because 1 week passes. It also means that your good berries are going to be back to 6.
Whoa, come back, that's all.
Did we return our materials to the dragon?
Vesper offered to take them back.
I think we personally
and have them cleaned on the and repaired on the way.
Okay. You know what? I need a. How much is the horse skin and crowbar? So I can replace them to
How much is what now?
the water skin crowbar.
Oh yeah, water skin and crowbar. I can look. Okay. You can look that up if you wish. Cool. So, Xares, are you going to learn Abyssal?
Yes.
Okay. Rot,
Yes.
are you going to learn Abyssal?
I would not like to learn this one.
Okay.
I would like to spend my time researching hippogriffs in the library.
Okay.
Also, can I research more than one thing?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You can.
So, instead of researching hippogriffs, I would like to research the spell that we learned about with the gold band and the jewel. I'd like to learn what I can about applicable uses of said spell.
Okay.
I got 100 gold now. Sweet.
So the spell most likely being used is called Dominate Monster. The description reads: you attempt to beguile a creature that you can see within range. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration. If you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, it has advantage on its saving throw. While the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane of existence. You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. No action is required, which it does its best to obey. You can specify a simple and general course of action, such as attack that creature, run over there, fetch that object. If the creature completes the order and doesn't receive further directions from you, it defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. You can use your actions to take total and precise control of the target. Until the end of your next turn, the creature only takes the actions you choose and doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to do. During this time, you can also cause the creature to use a reaction, but this requires you to use your own reaction as well. Each time the target takes damage, it can make a new Wisdom saving throw against the spell. If the saving throw succeeds, the spell ends.
So if the creature is wearing the band, then they're under the influence of this spell.
That's the you look through the list of spells that are available, and that one seems to be the one most fitting to this situation.
And that's all I learned?
Yes. It's also that is yes, that is all. It is. Oh boy, it's an 8th level enchantment. Goodness. So really difficult spell to cast unless if you have the means to procure like a spell scroll to cast it for you. The casting time is 1 action. The range is 60 feet. And it is accessible to bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards.
Yeah, I kind of want to visit, but at the same time, I also want to find the clues to the door I saw that one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm stuck between those two. I guess I'll just go with the door.
Okay.
I try to find where I saw the door.
So you find the corridor where you saw the door again, and there's no trace of the door there. So do you want to just spend your time off in that corridor, or do you want to spend that time off investigating? How are you investigating?
I don't know, I guess try to investigate signs of anything that will pertain to the door, maybe find things that are like the hourglass.
Yep. So Haley told you, Roth told you about the little salamander student who has an hourglass-shaped pendant, right? Apart from the door, that's the only other instance that you've seen. The other exception being your uncle, who was wearing that medallion in the pictures for the.
Wait, is the medallion the same one that the student has? Is the medallion the same one that the student has? Or?
Yes, it is.
Then we'll go ask the student or how he acquired that.
Okay.
Bluetooth mode.
Uh-oh.
Bluetooth connected.
All right. Give 1 second. Okay. We're gonna do that scene in a second. Cleric. As Xares receives his assignments one day, they are able to see that an abyssal class has been added to it, and when you present yourself there, you are surprised to actually see Vesper Malcolm's out of her adventuring equipment, wearing more casual robes. That is the only person present in the room when you show up for the abyssal course. You see that she is going to say, "I really thought they would give this job to teacher, but apparently I don't have anything better to do with my time than to teach abyssal." Clark said something about passing on the baton to the next generation of adventurers. So let's get started. You see that she's written the abyssal alphabet on the chalkboard, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm just like starting with the basics and
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to learn a language. Start with the basics.
yeah.
Alright. As for the Raza, you're going to contact Harris.
Harris?
Yes, that's her name. Blah blah blah. There's the great uncle Razam. Where did I write down Harris's full name? Sorry about that. One sec. Radamia Harris. That's it. You're going to approach her after a class in the dining hall.
I guess I would approach her during, I believe after class,
Okay.
during one of her classes.
Um,
It is her, right?
hmm?
It is her?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's this orange-skinned humanoid salamander. As you approach, what do you say?
As non-threatening as possible. so she don't run up, scared. I approach her. Miss Harris, Rob said that you had a pendant that seems to be connected to someone in my family. I'm curious as to if it's the same one, and if so, how you came in possession of it.
What's your family name?
So fucking long, I don't remember myself.
You're going to force him to pick one finally.
No, he's already picked one.
Oh.
Vagari Simu.
Okay. Agari said, oh, yes. What's the question?
How did you come in possession of the pendant you're wearing?
So, family heirloom. Passed down in my family.
This guy said that same pendant great grandfather?
Your great uncle.
My great uncle also had that pendant. So I'm wondering how that's possible.
Well, it's possible that someone made the design for multiple different families. Make a persuasion roll for me.
15 what is it? 17. So it's a 17?
Okay. I have heard of your family, and there's 5 families who have this hourglass inside of our heraldry.
Harry?
Heraldry. The symbol. Oh my gosh. Okay. Your house crest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's heraldry.
Oh,
Oh boy, your house must have seen better days, huh?
seems so.
Well,
And can you tell me anything more about it?
no. You're gonna have to ask people of your own family.
That's gonna be difficult. Anything you can tell me.
Yes, I will get in trouble if I tell you more.
We don't want that. We know how family can be. to have a closer look at it.
See that, like, she doesn't take it off, but she holds it out. You're able to see that it's a little hourglass-shaped pendant. It's made out of onyx, black crystalline stone, and you're going to spot that it has a little bit of dried soup-like liquid on it. Like basically like something that's dried and dark, but because it's on a black surface, it's hard to tell what color it is.
Let me see like a stain.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. This is black crystallized onyx with a soup-like stain. That's just what you would think of the headmaster for some reason. Is that all the details I can see?
Yes.
Very well then. I guess that's all I can get from there.
Does your family know that you're here? Because they would have probably given you one of those if they knew.
It's complicated.
You're not telling them that you're.
They know I'm out. They don't know I'm here.
Well, maybe if you tell them, they'll give you the resources to thrive here.
Probably. Or they'll probably drag me back home. Very well. Thank you for your help. Yeah.
Cool. 1 week passes. You gain 20 gold pieces as payment for your work, and at the end of that week, you are summoned to the headmaster's office. Headmaster Kala is there, and so is Clark, along with a single eye stalk coming out from the higher window, informing you that Blazarg Raminagra, the large beholder night watchman, is also present for this meeting.
It's quite a lot of people here.
Yeah.
This must be serious.
Yes.
So yeah, the headmaster, when you arrive, says, "Come in. I've gotten you the schedule for the rest of this for the events for the rest of the school year. We've been very busy preparing for the visit from the kids from Strixhaven. You've been told about all of this, yes?"
I do remember something from that.
Okay. Well, yes, it's a magical school. Sort of partners with us. Their full title is Strixhaven School of Prayer and Druidcraft. They teach clerics, druids, rangers, paladins. We have an exchange program, and they're going to be here tomorrow. They're sending 30 students from their school along with 2 teachers to instruct them and keep them safe.
Are any of our students and teachers going there?
Not this year.
Okay.
Next year we'll be the ones who send people over there.
Is there anything we should know to prepare for their arrival?
And to be aware of.
Yes, there's slight rivalry between our schools. Our teachers and our students value the hard work that goes into actually learning spells and researching the theories of magics, innovate, like wizards do, innovating in the ways that magics can be performed as artificers do, and researching deep secrets of lore, which is something that bards are known for. On the other hand, clerics are known to, and druids are known to get their spells from their gods or from nature, simply by being faithful to the power that gives them their power. I don't really have anything to against clerics or druids, but they're I don't know why they built a university to teach something that comes innately to the classes, to the people that they're teaching. But well, they're a very successful school, so I can't
Talk too much shit.
yes. On the other hand, they seem to think that we are heathens, faithless, without any sort of guidance in the sort of research that we do, and that we are separating the words that make magic from their original context. They're the words that are spoken to produce spells were originally words spoken by the gods to bring about the world as it is now. It's leftover cheat codes.
So they believe.
Multiple accounts from different gods have informed us of that. Wizards just sort of speak those words without sort of reverence that clerics and druids usually have for the source material.
How long will they be here?
They're going to be here for 3 months. So, your
Dangers with his brain.
so 2 teachers, they'll be here to ensure the security of their students. We're still going to have you keep an eye over those extra students, keep the security tight to make sure that there's no friction between our students and theirs, and just keep an eye out for things. Mr. Crisp told me that he informed you to be on the lookout for potential draconic infiltrators. You've gotten the memo?
Yes.
Alright, perfect. Next month, so that will be from the 7th of January to the 7th of March. On the 24th of January to the 30th, Professor Prost is organizing a school trip to the mirror dimension of the Feywild. That's where all the satyrs and fairies and archfays and
That
fairy creatures come from.
I'm thinking about how that could never possibly go horribly wrong.
Definitely
I'm
not.
thinking of Vox Machina.
You'll be going with Professor Prost while Blazar Gaminagra watches over the school both day and night during this.
Which other teachers are gonna go?
We are going to have one. That is still being determined, but as of right now, only Professor Prost has.
Ross?
Lost.
It's not.
The suspicious one.
Oh, the one in the beginning that left the studies alone?
Yep.
Still questioning why he left him alone.
On the 14th of February, we will have a mandatory school evacuation exercise from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. I've sent you the details. You will be orchestrating the evacuation area, and then you'll be staying in the school to spray with pesticides for our Blatodia infestation. They're
What?
magic eating bugs.
Magic eating bugs.
Yes, they will gnaw at artifacts and ingredients, spellcasting focuses, and occasionally living spellcasters.
Ain't that a doozy?
Do you guys remember pest control being part of our job agreement?
I mean, it's part of keeping the school safe, so
Yes. It's part of secure.
Coincidentally, this event will take place at the same time as the quarterly meeting of the Board of Trustees, which you will be presiding the security of.
Is that
In the
that sign?
sewers.
Is that the sign we saw? Is that the same board that we saw?
Yeah.
The Board of Trustees,
Yes.
yes.
In the sewers.
Oh.
Their meeting will be at midnight, deep into the mandatory school evacuation exercise. On the 28th of February, we'll have people coming in for the entrance exam. Extra number of people means extra security. On the 7th of March, we'll have the Evergreen Feast Festival, and the exchange students will leave. After that, there will be a few weeks of holidays for the Evergreen holidays, followed on the 15th of April to the 20th of April with the Scuppers League Championship, our flying magical sports that is going to bring in a lot of tourists. On the 1st of May, we'll have the yearly alumni party and bard concert. Followed on the 20th of May with the finals exams week, the graduation ceremony on the 2nd of June, and the summer holidays on the 3rd of June.
We've got a lot coming at us this semester.
Can I have a list of this?
Yes.
Yes. There's a list in the lore talk section.
I sent it in the chat in the lore talk with like full descriptions.
But I'm not the only one that's
Oh, okay,
a
right.
little.
Yeah, I realized that you might not have read those necessarily. That's why I did a little rundown thing.
Yes. So now that that's over, I need to
Hmm?
go to the restroom.
So the Strixhaven students will be here soon. Do you have any questions? Can you say that again? I had paused the recording.
Oh,
Uptakes in.
I think we'll have upticks in pranks and maybe some unsanctioned duels.
So hopefully,
Maybe some.
hopefully nobody's turned into an insect.
I wouldn't be too mad if someone turned into an insect.
Especially if it's you,
would be
Rox.
if it was you.
Yeah, especially if it's me. Maybe they'll turn into a small insect and I can turn into a large insect and we can figure it out.
We're talking about students here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely not.
Students with safety is your job.
I mean, totally, I didn't mean that.
I mean, what? I didn't say that.
No!
You know what? No, this was on your head.
So knowing, so this is sort of like the end of the meeting, right? Clark is going to like give you some information on the School of Strixhaven and the teachers that they're sending, and you're going to sort of like discuss who's going to be doing what with Blizzard Gaminar. Mostly it's going to be y'all are still the day workers and he's the night worker. And yeah, so what spells are you going to prepare knowing that those students are coming over for the next day? And Carrie, what sort of infusion do you change what infusions you're gonna have based on knowing the students are coming? I'm gonna put the recordings back on. Cool. So On the next day, you prepare certain spells, you prepare certain infusions. You wake up pretty early. Generally, since alarm clocks aren't necessarily a thing, you're generally woken up by Blizzard Graminagra, sort of using his telekinetic eye beam to sort of like grab one of your objects and sort of like poke you with it from out a window. If you make any amount of noise upon waking up, Blizzard Gaminag will be startled and will drop whatever object he's using to poke you with, along with a couple of his monocles. As you get ready, you sort of hear off in the distance a sort of like Gregorian chant, sort of like coming in the general, coming closer and closer to the school.
Strixhaven. Why is this so familiar?
The name of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's because it's a canonical. It's a canonical like magic school. It's one of the schools I was considering using as a base for the campaign. You see like a procession of 32 people marching in two well-lined rows along the path that goes up the cliff, up the hill towards the cliff that Candlekeep stands on, and as they walk, you see that like shrubs and fruit bushes sort of grow behind, like grow on the sides of the road next to the procession as they're making their way towards you. They're constantly casting little cantrips, and they're blooming with flowers that follow the colors of the Strixhaven, which is, let's say, silver and gold. So like yellow and gray flowers. The gates of Candlekeep are open, and in the courtyard, you're going to see that the headmaster Kala is there to welcome them. A lot of the Candlekeep students are watching from windows. You see that Professor Prost tried to get a couple of students to be standing in a row, sort of at attention, to sort of match the formality with which the Strixhaven students are coming in. Where are your characters in this scene? Right, there's a rampart around Candlekeep that you might be standing watch from. You might be in the courtyard to be close to Prost and the headmaster for security. You could be like just somewhere in the building watching through a window.
Are we together?
It could be separate. You cover different points.
I want to be in the courtyard. I want to be in the courtyard.
I want to be somewhere. You said it was like a high vantage point.
Yeah, sure. You can be on top of one of the. You can be like a sniper from one of the towers that are around the central courtyard.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. And Zari's.
Let's see. I will probably. Let's see. I will probably want to be like somewhere with like a good vantage point, but not necessarily like an attack vantage point. Like I want to sort of like see who's coming in, you know.
Up the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you're going to see in the Google Drive. I put the images for certain for two of those people from Strixhaven in the subfolder that says Strixhaven. You're going to see Joanne Jackson, this lean, golden-eyed, trench coat wearing like woman with sort of like a small magical glow coming from behind her head that's like walks over to where Headmaster Kala is sort of like standing as straight as his old back would allow, and you see that like she nods, exchanges a couple of formalities, and then is going to extend her hands, and this sort of like chromatic rainbow light sort of like falls from the heavens, and in her hands she's now holding like this sort of like set of magical flowers that like, and presents it to Headmaster Kala, who's going to take them, passes them on to the alchemist, who serves as the infirmary person in Candlekeep, and a couple of pleasantries are exchanged, and after that, Joanne Jackson turns around, tells the students to go and mingle, and a sort of like quick tour is given. They're shown where they're going to be spending their time with the other students, the dorms that they're going to be using, the living areas and stuff like this. While this is like while the tour is being given, I'm assuming that you're going to be following along closer to the students. Yes.
I want to be like next to the headmaster.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, you
I want to be able to hear what is being said between the headmaster and Joanne.
make a perception check.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
Wait, but less my modifier. 12.
12. Nice. You're hearing them compare, sort of like, talk a little bit about how the previous parts of the exchange program have gone, and their hopes that that stronger bonds will be formed between the schools from this year. It seems that last year it was Candlekeep who sent students over to Strixhaven, and their feathers were ruffled as you're able to from what little you're able to overhear.
Strixhaven's feathers were ruffled.
Yeah, a couple of students complained that they weren't actually learning anything in the classes. As you are, as you're walking towards the front, you feel a light tap on your shoulder, and you turn around to see a pink-haired, very pale human holding this sort of like rose budding wand, who said, "Hello, are you part of the security team of this establishment?"
Yes, I am part of the security team.
Hello, my name is Angelina. I was hoping I could talk to you and the other two.
Well, as head of security, I think I can relay any messages to my team.
Absolutely. I wanted to thank you all personally for helping my cousin Felix with the incident that happened one month ago with the conjuration class. Yes, I'm Angelina Pendragon. Felix is my cousin.
Oh.
Alright.
Um,
Yes, I am very familiar with Felix.
Yes, I'm so sorry about the trouble that he caused you, but he's very lucky to have your team protecting both him and the rest of the students. I wanted to know if I could if it would be appropriate for me to make a small donation to the security team, so that she takes out an already sorted bag that clinks with gold. Well, clinks with metal. I
See through you, Angelina. As I said, I am very familiar with Felix, and I expect, just as we expect all of our students here at Candlekeep, that you and the rest of your students' friends will also abide by all of the rules here at Candlekeep. Now, if you would like to make a donation, it should be formally addressed with Indominus Crisp.
Alright, I will do that. Let's see, she puts the pouch away and says, our guards at Strixhaven, they're not really paid very well, so I know that sort of thing can help with like maintaining equipment and things like this, but I'll pass it through the proper channels, absolutely.
Thank you.
I wonder if I'd like to hear about what happened. We have a few members of the family who are curious about the incident, and my cousin has been a little bit vague in his reports of what happened. So I wanted to know if I could speak with team and hear about your side.
Well, is there?
Or if there.
Can I review the rule book
Yeah, for sure.
and see if there's or am I aware of any rule of confidentiality?
There's you are allowed at your discretion to discuss events that happened in the school and discussing them as is necessary for in parts of the for investigating stuff like this. You are aware that you're not supposed to share information that is judged confidential, but this is a sort of it happened to a whole class, right? So it's not it's more of a public event than a really confidential incident. It sort of comes down to your best judgment.
Okay. My team and I are required to file a report on every incident that we are that we take care of here at the school, and all of those reports are given to Clark or the headmaster. So anyone in your family should be able to request the reports of those incidents through the proper channels. But if you would like to do a little bit of an investigation on your own, I can give you the name of another student who was in the class and might be willing to talk to you.
Oh, who is it?
The owl?
Okay. Yes, Zamachi.
Zamachi.
Uh,
Zamachi. What do I know about Zamachi right now?
Better now.
she likes jokes, and she's an Alkin, and
Does this mean she likes shiny things too?
shiny things too, maybe.
Okay, so I tell her that Samachi was president in the class, and that she could find her in the dorms between these hours.
Thank you very much. Who do I talk to read the incident reports?
Clark?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Clark.
Unless it's Carl.
So yeah, she's going to find the heavy armored paladin that's sort of like just while the tour is being given, just making sure that the new students and new teachers know about the rules.
So he's preaching about the rules.
Yeah, he's basically being like, and this is the corridors. You're not supposed to run in the corridors. You over there, stop running.
You see somebody dashing.
So yes, cool. So she's going to talk to Clark a little bit. You walk around some more, and after what are you two characters going to do? Raza and Xaris, do you have something that you want to be on the?
I mean, my main thing is I'm going to kind of be taking, like, and those two are like the faculty members?
No.
Angelina?
Angelina is a student.
Oh, okay. I was like looking at this and sort of like under the impression that she was the other
No.
faculty member and like
Yeah, that I didn't make that clear.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's why I was
This
hesitant
gonna remind me
to
of
give
Luna.
her any information, because she wasn't a
This
faculty
reminds me
member,
of,
she was just a student.
Luna,
Okay.
that's the name of Moon from the Harry Potter one.
That that is possible. I think that image did me a lot of Pearl from Steven Universe, but
yeah, that does look a lot more like
Yeah,
Pearl.
that looks more like Pearl.
So, you keep an eye on this. As you're walking around, you're going to spot that after she's done talking to Clark, Angelina sort of like spots Felix, who's sort of like trailing behind the Strixhaven students, and is not going to talk to him. Instead, she talks with Adamia Harris, and they sort of like peel off from the tour to go and talk more privately elsewhere.
Wait, is that the person I told her to talk to?
No.
I didn't think
Yeah.
so.
It's after she talked to Clark.
I told her to
Harris
go
is
talk
Harris,
to
Harris
Samachi.
is the little salamander.
Yes, that's interesting because wasn't
I'm still out behind the tower.
is it
Harris really-
Adanya or Radanya?
It's Adam.
A or R?
Radamia. My bad. I'm gonna write it down now.
Yeah, because it's just Harris listed in the thing, and you're often referring to her by her first names. Sometimes I'm like, wait, which character is this?
Here.
So, Endamia Harris is the character who follows Felix around and has a big crush on Felix.
That's right.
But was she in the conjuration class?
You make an intelligence roll to see if you remember her being present.
It like is pointed up where none of I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah.
This.
So 6.
Okay. You don't remember. It's been a whole month. But they are taking the same class. They are in the same year.
I'm gonna just. Can I sneak my way over see what they're
Yeah.
talking
sure.
about?
Make a stealth check.
Well, hopefully it's for the high roll. If not, I'm a bad roll.
I don't like this blanket.
No.
I need to change that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blanket has little divots in it, and the dice keeps falling in the divots and like not really
Let's
showing
use
a
that
roll.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got your stuff real quick?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
To the heat.
Happy birthday, dear Damien. Happy birthday to you.
Thank ya.
And many more.
Can you blow these out before they cause a fire?
Yes,
Wow, I'm impressed.
he has the breath of a smoker. Alright.
And many more.
I almost blew them out in one go.
And now we take out all of the candles and the wax that poured out. And
Yes.
That's edible wax.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's not.
So, Damien, please make a stealth check to see if you are spotting, if you're able to place yourself in somewhere to overhear what is happening.
And please be a high roll. 16
16.
plus my stealth. 16 plus 6.
Oh, 22, nice. I rolled a 15 total, and I had both of them roll. So, you're able to sneakily place yourself to the side. You're hearing. Yeah, I wanted to know a little bit about my cousin Pendragon, how he's doing, and Harris says, "Oh, that's what." Okay, I thought you were going to. I thought you wanted to talk about the room. Never mind. Yeah, no, he's doing great. He's doing great in classes, and you hear Angeline. Just checking that that's her name. Yeah, Angelina. Say, okay, tell me about the incident in the conjuration class. And Harris basically starts to describe the events from her point of view. You're overhearing that basically like there was a simple exercise, there was a simple summoning exercise. Felix was told to write the summoning instructions on the board, which he did, that needed to be replicated, but he used a spell to create a false appearance on some of the rooms, so that's visible only to the students, so that the students would be writing down the wrong thing during the summoning process, and I lost my. I sort of like lost track of time once I did the summoning because I had an imp controlling me. But when we came to Professor Prost and the security team were here, and after the security team left, Professor Prost explained that this had been just as a simple like problem in the exercise, and that Felix hadn't meant to harm anyone, but that he was trying to keep ahead of the rest of the class. He was reprimanded. He had to do lots of hours of detention. But I think he apologized profusely, and that he's out of danger of being expelled because the security team didn't made a report that didn't make him look too bad for having done this. And Angelina, you see that Angelina says and she's taking notes on what Harry says. All right, and what time was this? And you see that Harris is it was just before the lunch break, I believe. So around 10, 11. And Angelina says, all right, thank you. That was that day. That was the last day that the door appeared, and Harry says, yes, it is.
Oh, the door.
And Angelina says, all right, thank you. And they nod at each other, and Harry says, hey, your cousin, what's his, is he into girls? And Janina says, I think so. Listen, I'll put in a good word for your parents, and sort of split up after that. You're we're going to see Harris walking down the corridor in front of a row of ornamental armors, and then we have Naraza's eyes opening from inside of the armor, just watching them go by.
Scooby-Doo version?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amazing.
straight from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Cool. What are you doing, Zaris?
I mean, I know you don't have them out yet, but I'm kind of largely taking notes about the students and the faculty and sort of their interactions.
So you see that some of the third years are going to interact with some of the Strixhaven students, basically catching up to old friends because they were over at Strixhaven last year. Yes.
Who are the third year students? Who are the third year students?
So I haven't introduced any.
Oh, you haven't introduced them yet?
Yeah, I think most of the students that I've introduced are first years, and there's only really 3 years at the here. But you're going to see one of the artificer students who is in a mechanical wheelchair, Claudia Herman. Is catching up with Joanne Jackson, actually, talking a little bit about I looked into your theory about putting the magical words into engravings with the context that they're words first spoken by gods, and that's helped me with my hex tech engineering a lot. So yeah, they're catching up.
Okay.
the school bell rings. It is time for the breakfast. Everyone sort of assembles into the great hall. The students from Strixhaven intermingling, although sort of like staying roughly in the same area. And 2 seats of honor have been put at the teachers' tables for the druid teacher and the cleric teacher, John Jackson.
Okay.
The cleric teacher is Joanne Jackson.
Yes.
Okay, so Joanne's... Well, yeah, I figured Joanne was a cleric because...
Of the way that she handed the flowers.
Okay, so we know there's a cleric and a druid.
So there's more students, but those are the 2 that we've met.
Those were the 2.
Yeah,
alumni
yeah.
and teacher?
We've met 1 student and 1 teacher.
Correct.
And we have
Okay, so that means Angelina?
Angelina's the student.
Okay, so that means Angelina knows about the room too.
Yes, she sure does know about the room too.
But it seems interesting that
So
you
does
haven't
Ferris.
pointed out that it seems interesting that Felix doesn't seem to be in on this.
In on the room.
Or in that Angelina knows.
Or that Angelina's like
Or does he?
investigating him.
He might, but like it does seem. But like, you know, I mean, unless this has just been a series of bad rolls on your part, like you have
Or we just haven't.
Radamia. Radamia's the one who has the pendant, not Felix.
Yeah.
And they were all being hush hush about like talking about the room. So I mean, it's possible Felix knows about the room, but it's also possible that whatever the room is, he's not in on it.
We were in our tour.
According to her,
It was
according to
the
her,
first-
door hasn't appeared since then. Technically, since we arrived.
Yeah, since our first day.
Okay. So the door appeared on a. So that is good information on that.
And when it seems like the information that we got from your eavesdropping, it seems to insinuate that the door appearing had something to do with Felix casting magic.
Or it was just a coincidence that it appeared.
Well, I mean, it could also. It doesn't necessarily have to be that Felix was casting magic. It could be
Yeah, there
that,
was
like,
magic.
if it's related to, you know, if it's related to something, like with particular families, it could be that like there was some kind of potential threat. So Felix has not yet experienced. So either Felix or Radamia being under threat might have summoned the room.
But we're getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
It's interesting though.
But yeah, I'm.
So what's happening?
During the dinner, you see that Professor Prost goes around handing flyers for the Optimizers Club. You like as he's passing those mostly to students, but as he's like running out of flyers, he's going to take the last 3 over to you. He comes over and says, "Good morning. I'm setting up a a little a little club for people who are interested in magic optimization and efficient use of resources in combat, this sort of thing. It'll be good to teach some of the students a little bit of discipline, and then use some of the less well-known but very useful combinations of spells. I thought that as our security team, you might benefit from taking part. So he's going to hand you some flyers.
Interesting.
And it's basically like learn all of the greatest hits, and you've got Uto's irresistible dance with combined with the spell that summons black tentacles. You've got combined two bags of holdings, optimized action economy. It's
2 bags of holding.
This is
Sounds a bit dangerous, don't you think?
Oh yes, but the discipline is there to keep the students safe. Besides, we're teaching the students here to become adventurers. They are going to be exposed to danger. They might as well have the best tools to deal with that danger by being dangerous themselves.
Has this been approved through Cleric?
Yes, this is the 4th year in a row that I've been doing this.
I'm surprised.
I'm actually mostly getting out the flyers right now because getting some clerics and druids in on this little exercise will allow us to build teamwork, prepare ourselves to work in groups of adventurers that have not just wizards, artificers, bards, and sorcerers like the people we teach here.
not just arcane casters.
Exactly.
So anybody will be able to use spells?
When is this taking place?
2 p.m. every Friday.
Do we have to RSVP? Can we let them know later if we're gonna?
No, you can just show up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I think we'll let him go so we can talk amongst ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. I think once so he's going to hand you each one flyer individually, yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
Yes. And the other thing is we also know about the
Incident.
The Prost is not the most trustworthy
The band.
individual because
Oh.
he's potentially got that hippogriff under his spell. We suspect that there's some sort of grudge or ill will between him and Pendragon.
Felix specifically.
Felix Pendragon, yeah.
if not the Pendragon family in general.
Right.
Oh, could you scoot over to the side
Oh,
because
sorry.
you're not visible at all. To the camera.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, or the Pendragon family in general, which could be another reason to keep an eye on
Angelina?
on Angelina.
Yeah, totally. I think we should definitely keep our eye on her. It seems like she's investigating something, maybe potentially the room. I think that maybe it might be a good idea for us to go to this club just so that we can have an opportunity to observe Prost and potentially get some interactions with the new students that are here.
Mm-hmm.
That's my vote.
I agree.
Yeah. I
Especially since we know it might be dangerous. It'd be better for us to be in that room in case anything happens.
Yes.
So, as you, today is Friday, so y'all, this, like, club activity is going to happen after lunch. If there's nothing else that you want to do during lunchtime, as the people are filing out, you see, like a group of Strixhaven students asking around about like where the conjuration building is because that's where the optimizers club is taking place, and some of the other students are guiding the interested Strixhaven participants there. Angelina is not headed in that direction. So,
Well, let's see. Who
Is
has?
Felix heading in that direction?
make a perception check.
Anybody? Well done.
14.
14 total?
Yeah.
Phoenix is no. Felix is heading towards the. Felix is heading towards the just the like the green area that is in between the buildings.
Like a courtyard?
He like in the general direction of the artificer's tower.
Should we split up?
Splitting the party isn't always the best idea.
I'll go with her.
I can transform into a bug.
Yeah, that would probably be the best route to follow her, especially since she.
Wait, it was.
But she's a druid. She might be able to.
Did you say Felix or Angelina?
So Felix is heading towards the artificer's tower. Angelina is heading through the corridors of the main building, and
I kind of want to follow her too
Cross is
because she
heading
knows
in
about the door.
in the abjuration.
But I want to follow Felix too because he might be up to something.
I know you've given us. You started with maybe at most 2, and now you have 3.
I'm just telling you where the NPCs are going. That's all.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I'm more interested in Angelina since she knows about the door as well.
Yeah, but like.
Okay.
I think Rot has the best chance of like following Angelina
I guess I'll
without
leave it up to
attracting
her.
attention.
I guess I will leave it up to her then.
Okay, so I think I could turn.
Yeah, I'll follow Felix.
So it does say giant fire beetle as one of the insects, but that thing is like small or medium, so it's actually pretty
It
big.
says small.
Oh, okay, then yeah. No,
It
actually.
says size small.
Okay, so it is smaller than a gnome. So yeah, you could.
But I'm thinking that I might want to turn into
Turn the chameleon.
a lizard
Okay.
because I could turn into a lizard and follow one of
Mhm.
these individuals. It's a tiny and it has climbing, so I could climb on the wall
Cool.
and eavesdrop. Can I
s-
understand common tongue in these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So Felix is not is just sort of like strolling, whereas Angelina is being more watchful of her surroundings. This is a new area, so Angelina will be harder to follow discreetly. Yeah, which one do you want to follow, Ross?
Damn, can I change
Yeah.
what I change into?
Yes.
Because if I change into a spider, which is also tiny with climbing, I have have stealth +4.
Hell yes. Okay. So, which one are you following?
I think since Angelina seems like determined, maybe I should follow her.
So, you're rolling with advantage because you're an inconspicuous spider and you have a +4 on your stuff. So go ahead and roll 2 d20s and keep the better one.
God damn it.
You are not a stealthy spider today, are you?
I'm not a stealthy spider.
Okay.
So I rolled a 4
Okay.
+4.
That's 8. Okay.
Bad roll.
I rolled with disadvantage, and oh boy. Okay, cool. You are you're going to follow.
She got lost down a hallway, didn't she?
You follow Angelina.
Okay.
Okay. She once she gets like deeper into like a series of corridors that is less well frequented, she starts to like look around, make sure that she's not being followed. She heads into an abandoned classroom and is going to lock the door using a pretty simple spell, magic lock, I think is what it's called. You're able to sort of like bypass that. You see that like she sits down on the floor, takes off a necklace that has the onyx black hourglass on it, puts it down, and is going to use one of the thorns on her wand to prick a little bit of blood, drops a couple of drops onto the pendant, and there's a whispery, faint voice that simply says, "Today, behind the abjuration building." And a sort of like small beam of light about this long starts to point from the pendant in the direction of the abjuration. You see that Angelina picks it back up, puts it back on, looks at the direction, puts it back in, like hides the beam, turns around to see and sees you, and has a small, not very druid-like shriek at seeing a spider, and is going to stomp you, which means you transform back into your gnomish self.
I can't try to dodge it?
Not with how poorly you rolled for your stealth. Okay, we're going to cut away from this and to the other two, and we'll get back to Rot reappearing under the heel of a student.
Sorry, guys.
Lizara and Xeris.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And he rolled with a disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and a 20, so like.
And you played that off as like you had gotten a bad roll, and you like drew out that scene.
I was like, wait, it was actually a bad roll.
I knew she was gonna stomp on me.
Oh my god.
It could have been worse.
Yes, I love
She could have cast a fart spell on you or something.
Could have been way worse.
I rolled with disadvantage, and you rolled with advantage, and the dice just did not want you to.
The odds were not in my favor.
Yeah.
So my going, if we are going to split up again, I will say my going to the Artificer Tower would probably be the worst idea.
Yeah, because Hoover.
Yes.
You don't have the magic broom anymore, right?
No, Felix should go back. I think you guys should go to the class.
I think they need to give me that now.
So you're following Felix Pendragon. You see that he sort of gets to an angle where he can watch the. It's like he gets near the artificer tower and turns back to the main building to gaze longingly at the tower where the hippogriff is staying, and you see he seems to be hesitating while watching this for a little while, and then he is going to like unfold the broom that he has, like puts it, holds it tight, gets ready to get on it, and sort of like doesn't start flying. And then he's gonna step off of it, wrap it up again, and head back inside.
Okay,
The
so
hypocrite is what? Not familiar. Familiar? I thought he did mention something about the
It
hippogriff
was
being
a
a pet. There you
that he had that attacked him
go. Maybe that's
before he
sent away.
came to Candlekeep. And that's pretty much all we got out of him.
yeah. And that's why I'm thinking Prost might have something against the family in general, because this would have been before he came to Candlekeep, when he was like
Or
young.
in the process of coming to Candlekeep.
Right, the implication is that
And
for
happened
some
recently.
reason Prost is controlling this hippogriff and is trying and use the hippogriff to try and attack Felix.
Mm-hmm.
To try and maybe prevent him from coming to Candlekeep.
Possibly.
Alright.
But
And
then-
I guess I'm going to be in the Optimizers Club.
All right. You head to the conjuration class, and you as you get there, you see that. Give me just 1 second. You're going to see that there is a group of students who's already there and early, sort of like waiting, like in uniforms that are green and yellow, the colors that Prost wears, and that are already standing at attention near the door before Prost even shows up.
He has lackeys.
Yes.
Or slaves.
And those are students.
Prost strikes me as the type who would want to have lackeys.
Same.
Minions. There we go. It's minions. No, wait, how are
Cowardly
you
and
studying?
lets others
Yeah.
take the fall for him. Is that kind of how
But-
his
but-
character?
I'm just saying that if Prost said they didn't have a thing against Pendragon, why he protect them? Like for somebody.
Okay.
Was he protecting
The Strixhaven students are coming in and seeing that they're not really like wearing uniforms, or like seem a little bit unsure what to do. So this is inside of the conjuration building. As Prost walks in, they like all of the students sort of go. And stand at attention. Prost walks in, sees the new students, and says, "Come on in. It is nice to be joined today by the head of security, Xaris."
Everyone gets to be head of security.
You didn't give yourself the title. He opens the door, and like as you see that the room is sort of built more like a like muscle building room, like a gym, than it is a classroom, and he's going to basically tell the students tell the Strixhaven students like you'll be given uniforms. Rules of disciplines of this place and for the next times that you come around, but we're going to start someday. All of you will be adventurers. You will be put in the grave peril of facing extraplanar abominations. Your life will be at risk, and you will need not only to be able to rely on yourself, but to rely on the people around you. And if you've been paying attention to which schools of magic allow you to survive best, whatever creature you will be conjuring to assist you. And like he basically starts to give lesson on like teamwork, cooperation, and sort of like action economy. Basically the D&D terms for like trying to use your action, your bonus action, your movement, and your reaction, and that generally this with the way that the system is set up in 5th edition, the side that has the most actions tends to win more often than not. And it's a very like he seems to have combat experience. He refers to the medals that he's wearing and to like previous adventures that he's been on while he's giving all of this. You and he ends the lesson in showing like the uses of not following trying unusual things with magic, and he's going to show that like one of the most efficient ways to dispose of an enemy is to do an effect that they can't resist, and he's going to demonstrate putting one bag of holding inside of another bag of holding, which creates this sort of like black hole portal that takes people into the astral realm, the equivalent of space, where you can breathe. And he is going to recommend that everybody come to the next class to learn how to do this safely. The way that he does it is that he has one bag of holding being held in the center of the room, like on a stick, and he summons a familiar to hawk to carry the bag into the other bag, and the hawk is gone when the black hole disappears again.
No, it's a TikTok, a fucking YouTube short. Is that from there?
Oh yeah. Is it the dude with the beard who does a bunch of the best combos in Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, that's exactly like that's the sort of idea that Prost has. But basically, like he's teaching those young, influenceable students some of the steelier and riskier shenanigans that player characters will try in adventures.
So there's good potential to learn there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's dangerous still.
I mean, the fact that this was not a lasting effect is good, but this is a bit concerning on multiple levels.
I'm still concerned that Clark approved this.
I am a little surprised that Clark approved it. I think afterwards I will kind of like maybe inquire as to how he got Clark to sign off on this.
Prost?
Clark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you stay behind after the lesson is finished, and Prost says, "Can I help you, Xerxes?"
Yes, I was noticing that some of these tactics, while I'm sure you are definitely demonstrating them as safely as possible, are rather risky, and I'm rather interested how you got Clark to sign off on this.
Clark knows that I conjure creatures to make riskier demonstrations like these. Besides, any sort of magical learning comes with a certain amount of risk when the magic needs to be displayed. It is better that they learn those things here rather than accidentally try to themselves putting one bag of clothing inside of another without knowing the effects. Don't you think?
Absolutely. I was just thinking of how fastidious Clark can be, and that's why I was a little curious as to what you were able, as to how you got him to sign off on this club.
Clark enforces the rules, and I'm not breaking any rules. I ran this by the headmaster, actually.
Okay.
Marius knows that we're teaching people who are going to go on to either become researchers and teachers here or adventurers, and that their lives will be put at risk. The discipline that I obtained in the army as a war mage has kept me alive, and I intend to pass that discipline on.
Yes, naturally. I will keep that in mind. Well, I think, you know what? I might want to study geography. Think about it. Why would a war mage dislike someone?
So I was thinking that there's like some sort of like undead rivalry between him and an old enemy.
Potentially.
Yeah, geography. So like maybe Prost's lands abut the Pendragon lands or something like that.
Yeah. Or like they fought on opposite sides of some conflict.
Or he stole his wife or something.
It could be drama, but, you know, dropping that he's a war mage suggests that at the very least, Prost, or even if it's not what's going on with Pendragon, some of Prost's seedier behaviors might be connected to whatever kind of past he's had.
So would that be geography or like war history?
I mean, the first thing to establish would be which side Prost would have been fighting for.
Yeah. You can sort of look into the school archives, which does have people's resumes available, and the library to sort of like tie Prost back to wars and conflicts that have happened. It will take you some time. We're going to go back to Roth's scene. Angelina says, "Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Roth. I'm so sorry about this. I thought you were an actual poisonous spike. What is this? Are you spying on me? Is this part of the security? Is that part of your job?
Could you take your foot off of me, please?"
Yes.
Not apologizing, not taking the foot off.
Well, this is not how I envisioned this going at all. Yes, in fact, I was spying on you. No, it isn't not part of our typical security measures. However, I was curious about why you seem to be investigating a member of your own family.
Like I said, my parents set me up to this because they want to know what happened and ensure that Felix's place in the school is safe and secure. We're not doing the best financially, and the family is struggling to keep the two of us in our respective schools. If the money that we paid in his admission for this year is evaporated before he can even finish his first year, then it will be a blow to our noble family.
Well, no, I think that's just a load of troll bogies. It's a family who is down on their luck with money, regularly bribes security teams.
I thought it was a worthwhile investment, considering that what I offered Mr. Crisp what I offered Mr. Crisp was to help the security, and it is. Do you not know how much money the admission is here? This what I was giving you, it pales in comparison with the investment that we stand to lose if Felix is expelled.
Now I know that this is probably not going to look the best on my behalf, and you might have some trouble trusting me here, but I hope that you understand that Felix's, as well as all the other students' safety, is our utmost importance. And if there's any information that you have that you're worried about, why are you worried about the safety of Felix? I feel like that one incident doesn't justify this type of scrutiny. Why are you guys afraid for Felix's safety?
You're talking about the hippogriff?
I was talking about the incidents in the conjuration classroom, but we could talk about the hippogriff for sure.
I was in Strixhaven when that incident happened, so I don't have all of the details. But we're worried about him, and that's the truth. I don't know what else to tell you.
Can
Please, you see that she looks down to the pouch of coins that she has and back up to you and says, why will you follow me? And what did you see?
Can I roll for insight to see if she's trustworthy, if she's got good intentions or not?
Go ahead.
16 plus 4 gives me 20.
Nice. No. You can tell that she was using blood magic, and has been asking a lot of questions, and you feel that she's only given you sort of dodgy, excusey answers, but you don't feel that you're going to be able to get much out of her from just
Right, but I wasn't going to give. I'm not going to give her any information now. Like I'm not going to see her as a potential ally here. So.
You might just like fess up that she was being suspicious
Oh,
herself.
I already said that, so I'm just gonna reiterate that
Yeah.
like you were exhibiting some suspicious behaviors, and I just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to endanger the rest of the students here.
Yeah, he's done that.
I will not. I promise you.
You want to make a blood oath on that?
Oh.
I didn't really say that, but I'm thinking that. Well, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to just go about this as though this hasn't happened.
That's my phone, isn't it?
That's
mine?
it's not mine.
Fuck. Where is it?
Is it on, over there, maybe?
I heard.
No? Is it on the box behind?
I need to give me that. That hourglass.
So, Angelica says, am I all right to leave?
Yes, you can go.
She heads out. You see that like before she finishes heading out, she casts a quick prestidigitation and erases the blood, the few drops of blood that didn't fall on the pendant itself, but on the floor. And it's just gone.
Okay. I want to go head towards the Raza and
Okay. Cool. You head in the general direction of the Raza. As you do, you can tell she's heading for the abjuration building. But you sort of lose track of her while you're heading for the building. So,
what time is it right now? Because her little thingy said tonight.
I said today.
today.
Is it today?
Yeah.
Today behind the abjuration tower.
Yep.
But I don't want to go alone.
No, because you were heading towards us.
The abjuration building is right next to the conjuration building. So the two of you are going to.
They're
walk-
both the duration buildings.
Yeah. So
the two of you are going to find Xari's.
Well, before is Loraza still next to Felix?
no, guys. When he walked away, I basically just I was heading back towards y'all.
Okay, alright. Cool. Yeah, let's go get Kazar's.
Okay.
And he's in the conjuration.
Yep. So you find him exiting the conjuration building, like looking to go towards the central building, which has the library and the administration. So you meet in the gardens. What do you?
I want to fill them in on what I witnessed and what went down between little Miss Angelina and I, and heavily suggest that we should go check out behind the abjuration building.
I'm especially interested after hearing that she also has an hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely going.
I think we should be really careful because I don't think that she's a good person.
And also I found out that Prost was a war mage.
A what?
Interesting.
Yes. So, and that's actually why I was headed over to the library, is I was going to see if I could do research to find out who he fought for.
Okay.
But I will definitely join you because this is probably a bit more time sensitive.
Yes, probably a little bit more time sensitive.
Especially with that voice in today.
So, as you get to the back of the abjuration building, it's between the outer wall of the school and this this heavily reinforced building you find this long wall of smooth blue stone, and no sign of Angelina or the door. But as you get closer, specifically as Larasa gets closer, a slab of stone, gray on the blue wall, sort of like appears at the same speed at which you are walking towards it, and on it you see the symbol of the hourglass.
Fine. I guess I. So the door appeared.
Yep.
Door appeared. There's an hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I feel kind of like drawn to the hourglass, so I reach out.
Okay.
I'm
Touch it.
going.
Try to touch it.
You touch it. Your hand comes back sticky with something liquid, fresh, and red.
Ew. It's blood.
It's blood. Well.
I will. I
What?
have identify.
Yeah, but
As,
this is basically me being drawn, not to the
Yeah.
door, not thinking.
So
I guess what
can
I see his blood. I realize it's blood, so I nick myself.
You take off 1 HP.
Yep,
You
and
need a whole HP point for a nick. Oh my gosh.
Enough to draw a little bit of
yeah,
blood.
like a one read of blood and press it to the hourglass.
You press it to the hourglass, and the sort of like you feel this sort of like tug in your hand as your blood starts to creep into the crevices that form the hourglass shape, and a sort of like reddish light comes through it, and the slab opens into what is clearly not the Aberration building. It is a pitch black room, but as it opens, this sort of like stale air comes out in this cold draft, and it absolutely stinks
Ugh.
of like a pile of rotting corpses. This is rot. This is absolutely the smell of decay. You're used to decay with the spores where it brings back new life. This is not that. This is just
Yeah.
death and decomposition.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't all these dead bodies cause anything?
So I have dark vision. Can I like walk up? I'm gonna walk up to just the edge of the door and see if I can see anything inside the room.
Also, I'm like,
So, Angelica is not here. You scan around. This is a sort of like circular room, smooth walls. Most of it looks like it's made out of onyx. There are slots in the walls for torches, with no torches currently there. And in the center of the room, shining slightly from the sunlight that is pouring in from behind you, you see a pool of a sort of like circular stone basin, inside of which is this sort of like white, thick liquid that shimmers like the surface of a pearl, sort of creating this shimmering effect on its surface that has that reflects into rainbow-like. The surface of that pool is settling down. It's got ripples, but that are evening out at the same time as you're walking.
So recently disturbed.
That's correct.
Either by the door opening or
Probably by someone because it's like a big stone basin.
yes, but with the vibration, because the door was sliding open.
Yep.
So vibrations maybe.
The smell, you're able to tell after a second as the three of you enter the room, does not come from the walls. It comes from the white pool.
Ugh.
That liquid is like putrid.
That.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, but I didn't say we entered the room. I wanted to just stand outside.
Yeah. Well, standing outside, you're still getting the smell.
Oh, thank goodness. I rolled an 18.
Okay. It's gonna be difficult.
11.
I got a 16 total.
Oh, I
16, 11.
18
plus
three.
proficiency. Wait,
Alright.
for what? Oh, plus 12.
Nobody loses their breakfast good berry.
Yeah.
Which would either have meant you take a point of exhaustion from all of the gagging, or that you would have needed to take another one of the good berries. So, congratulations. You're all holding your breakfast in.
That's nothing short from a good.
I'm gonna cast Identify quickly.
On the pool,
Yes.
this artifact. Oh boy. Okay. So this room and the pool are strongly connected. The room is merely a heavy layer of protection, which only allows in people of certain bloodlines to use their bloods to enter this place. The pool, what it does is it is an enchantment spell. It modifies people's memories inside of the perimeter of the school. You get some details. What it does is pretty simple. It needs 1 month to recharge, right, and to be able to be used again. So the room is only available once a month. If a creature can activate the pool by dropping a little bit of blood of one of those 5 noble families, and when that is done, it opens a sort of portal to not exactly the past, but you will feel like it's the past 1 month ago, and whatever actions you take in that world 1 month ago will be what everyone in Candlekeep remembers as having happened.
That explains a lot.
It's not a time travel room, but it is a memory altering room.
I am now very sus as to what that paper was actually covering.
What paper?
No paper.
Remember, your great uncle was part of the school paper. That's what they got the award for.
That's right. The university used.
And so the thing is if you were writing a paper and you had something that could alter people's memories, you could potentially use that to cover up or even invent whole cloth things that you publish in the paper or like choose not to publish in the paper.
Everybody can make an Arcana check.
Arcana, here we go. Well, it wasn't me. It'll be you. It'll be Rod.
15.
Rod will figure it out.
15.
I rolled 17 plus 2 for 19.
Nice. So you remember the particular thing about the university news is that it cost a lot of money to his family to get a specific type of paper. Where there's one original, and if you make edits to the original, it makes edits to all of the copies. So that if they needed to, make edits when new information was found, that they could do so. You realize that could be used to take credit for resolving mysteries that they hadn't resolved through a combination of waiting until the mystery is resolved, changing the paper, and also changing people's memories of how
certain things happened.
So you think his great uncle was taking credit in the paper for solving things that he hadn't actually resolved, just things he was using this time travel room to modify people's memories, so that people were like, oh yeah, it was Razan. He solved this mystery.
Yeah, he totally did this.
He totally did this.
Oh, you know what? Another interesting library project for us.
Read
Go
the
through,
papers.
go through the old papers and start seeing when this happened, and maybe like see sort of like if any sort of like pattern emerges in the mysteries, or like
Any like discrepancies between the issues, so that we
Well,
can
I mean,
see if something was changed.
would we have access to the originals?
No, but like, so let's say a story was covered and it was covered over many editions. There might be like small hiccups in the edits that would give us a clue into what was changed or something like that.
That I think would be harder to spot, but what I think would be easier to spot is like them figuring out exactly how the room works through what stories they're putting out about what mysteries they're solving.
Okay.
Because like obviously like it's only going to we know it affects the entirety of the school and it affects everybody's memories, but like that's not always going to have completely the intended result. Like if there's physical evidence or whatever.
Does it only affect the people in the school?
It has
Yes.
yeah it has a
It's a
limited
campus-wide.
area of effect.
It's
Also,
campus-wide.
just to let you know, it always drops you 1 month before. At
And-
the other time that the door was physically present in the school, which means that potentially next month somebody could use it to come back and modify today's events.
And it also highly
Maybe say we never found a door,
Mhm.
probably.
and also since it seems to have been used recently,
I was gonna say,
It's being used right now.
is it being used right now? That was gonna be my next question.
It's
Do we know that it's being used?
so like with the identify spell, you're able to tell somebody from one of the 5 lineages has activated it and just went through.
Didn't you say that when you spot on Angelina?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she was headed this way.
Yeah.
That's
So
why we're here.
She had the same hourglass that appeared on the door.
Yeah, and she was able to. She
had-
knew that this was gonna be here through the spell that she used.
Mm-hmm. So
So it's clearly her that's using it. Should
Kind
we?
of tempted to follow and see what she
I
do.
I guess well, everyone hold your nose and jump into the giant white liquid.
Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
jump in the liquid.
You hold hands. You so are you jumping in?
Yeah, we're
I-
going.
Yes, because that seems to be how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a splash there's a splash of liquid. All of you fall into the liquids. You float there for a couple of seconds with this this thing is thick. It's slowing your movements. Like this pressure building up as the liquid tries to seep into your mouth, into your nose, your ears. Nothing's happening.
Wait,
Damn it.
but you said
It can only be used once. Does that mean that, like, her using it is the once?
I'm guessing either that or I completely misinterpreted how it's supposed to be used.
How long are you staying under the liquid?
Not long. We're getting out.
You sort of like scramble out, and as you do so, the door is open, but it is no longer pouring sunlight from the outside in. Instead, it's firelight from the corridor in which you first saw.
Wasn't it day just a second ago?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, so it did work.
Oh, okay. Also, we're inside now.
Yes, and now it's presumably a month ago, exactly, when we first got here.
What happened on this day? So we got our jobs. We were going
No,
for a
but
tour.
that was 3 months ago.
Was that 3 months ago?
Nope. That was 1 month ago, because remember, you had a 3-week...
Oh, it was 3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks, not 3 months.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that means it was exactly 1 month?
Yeah, that's the events of session 0.
So we had the conjuration classroom happen.
But the door.
The door.
Yes.
I remember the door appearing.
Yep.
And vanished.
Yep. And so that means whatever we do here will affect everyone's memories.
Oh wait, that means that there's a version of us in that one there too? No.
You're not sure.
Not sure. You said it's not, but you said it's not a time travel.
It just changes people's memories.
So, would they remember seeing a second pair of us?
You hear a scream. It's the same scream you heard one month
So
ago.
the conjuration classroom's going down.
Yes.
So that means that we're in Conjuration right now.
Okay.
And we already know what's happening.
Yes, we already know what's happening.
So...
Where was Cross? He was in the room. Prost.
Yeah, he wasn't in the room. So, can we go... Let's go to the room and see if there's versions of ourselves there.
Okay. You...
Oh, you can turn into a...
Okay.
Oh, but I already used my wild shape once. I don't want to use it again yet.
Yeah. Oh, you've turned. You got turned back from being
A spider.
a spider. Cool. Give me just 1 second. You arrive to see that the same scene unfolding as last time. There are summoning circles with 6 summoning circles, 5 imps on top of the shoulders or heads of students, with the students having their completely vacant eyes slightly glowing with infernal flames, and Felix being sort of like backing into the wall as those imps are controlling their actions. This is the moment in which you arrived last time, and you're nowhere to be seen.
I guess we have to go through this again.
Apparently,
Jelena is not here.
she's... Where would she be?
So as long as we don't change anything, it would still remain the same. In that people's mind?
Well, now we know how to defeat the creatures, and we know what's wrong. So...
Yes. I mean, would we have...
I don't think we will have to repeat the events.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I'm trying to think of what would be the most, like sort of just outside the action. I'm trying to think of what would be the most concise course of action because we don't see ourselves, and my concern is if we just assume everyone's memories is going to unfold normally, that they will in fact not unfold normally because we were not here. And so I'm thinking we could potentially just pantomime what we did and then search for what's her name.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that since we know how to defeat them, that it should go a lot smoother this time.
Roll initiative.
Ah, yeah, that's what I was
I don't know
worried.
if I want to go through it again.
No, we're
So
still,
we
we're still
have
gonna get a
no-
write. We're still gonna get the fucking write up.
We have no way.
Actually, you're wearing your uniforms this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, no write up. Wait, no, but we need to go through an orientation.
But there will be a physical write-up.
A physical write up?
Yeah. Actually, wait. That might not be a bad thing.
What?
Modifying Carl's memories of
Well, no, because here's the thing is if we later need evidence that this room exists, there will be a physical write-up, but no one will remember it.
initiative.
So we're doing this.
Well, if you want to get
Well, okay, yeah, so that's why I said pantomime, is basically we would just do the exact same set of actions, not replay.
you have different spells prepared. You've leveled up. You're not the same people you were 1 month ago.
Ah, that's true. Oh wait, I didn't use that one anyway.
All right, I got an 11.
Oh my god!
I got a 0.
I got a 2, 3.
Do I even need to
I'm
roll?
gonna add 1 plus 2, so 3.
Okay, so
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
imps 11.
Oh, fuck.
So I go before the imps. Wait,
Okay,
so
what's your initiative?
13,
13. Cool.
0, so right?
Yeah, 13.
Uh,
I got 0 for initiative
And what
because I have a
thing?
-1.
I got a 3.
Huh?
I got a 3.
All right.
So you're last.
And Rosa. Okay, Rod, you're the first to act.
Rod squashing my bugs. Very annoying as a circle.
I want to
You
use Druidcraft
Uh-huh.
to produce the biggest rain cloud I can.
All right. Cool. Make an attack roll with the rain cloud, and it's gonna be difficulty 10 to sort of like erase the chalk that has those demons on. So for one,
She rolled a 16.
I rolled a 16.
oh yes, okay. One of the imps sort of disappears as the summoning circle is erased. There's only 4 of them left. That is your action.
But
They're too far apart for the simple like rain cloud that you
I
can
mean,
use. with the-
you can still move that cloud around too.
Yeah, can I move the cloud?
Not on this turn. You'll need to use
Next
your
turn.
action. Yeah.
Okay, so do I have any other... I don't need to heal anyone or... That's my only bonus action, I think.
That makes sense at this level. Do you want to move in close to anyone to for your spores or do you want to use your movement action?
You would speak Felix, any?
Well, wait. I also noticed something different about you. Okay, I have an interesting question, and this is only slightly out of game. Is the fact that you described this scene slightly differently, was that a mistake or intentional? Because when you described, from what I remember from that session 0, when you described it, the imps were kind of like just
They were stuck
fly-
in the circles.
yeah, they were flying there, but you described them as being attached to the students.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
The-
was that on purpose or an accident?
Oh,
And what's the discrepancy?
what's the difference?
I'm asking because you have legit like.
Yeah, I have in the past forgotten pretty important stuff. They are now, as your characters arrive, sort of taking flight from the students' shoulders. But the students are like they're too the mind control isn't making them like they're just like sort of static and in shock. They're not
Like
moving
they were
around
last time.
anymore.
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So the situation is similar to how you remember now.
So
Okay.
similar.
Yeah. That was my thing. Was like I was starting to think. Wait, has this already been altered somehow by her?
Well,
It would have made a huge difference then, though, because in order to attack the creatures, we would
What
have.
about if summoning the demon was her idea?
all right. So that's Rox. Do you want to move in into melee range with the rest, or is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. The imps see you doing this, and yeah, they're going to move in to sort of attack you in order to protect their summoning circles. So 4 of them are going to make attacks on you.
So if they're moving into my space within 10 feet of me, they do get attacked by the circles.
That's correct. You can use your reaction to hurt one of them. Go ahead and make your roll for that.
Please. 4!
Okay. One of those imps gets like destroyed by your spores. Another one of the students like shakes awake and immediately like smells and gags from your characters being present and still having some of that like white terrible liquid on your
I
side.
forgot!
Cool. So that's I had said that there were 5. There are now 3. So 3 of them are going to attack you. Oh, okay, nice. What is your armor class?
13.
Okay, so that's gonna be all 3 of them.
He'll live.
That is 4 and 4 and
4.
3 for a total of 11 points of piercing damage. Cool.
11 hit points, goodbye.
Naraza, it is your turn.
I suppose we know what
You're
to
welcome.
do.
Taking a hit for the team, guys.
Yeah.
I'll erase one of the circles. Go to one of the circles and try to erase it. Pouring water I have on my
Yeah, from your water skin?
from the water skin.
Okay, cool. I am gonna say do a sleight of hand, but you have advantage thanks to the water. And the sleight of hand is gonna be a difficulty 10 to like erase enough of the circle that it's.
17.
Oh yes, another one. Disappears as if it was made of fire and the water had been poured on it, and it is sent back to the hells. Is your action? Technically, if you
This was my movement.
If you have the water skin in one hand and that counts as an attack, you could use your bonus action to do an offhand attack with another weapon against either the floor where the chalk is or another one of the imps. There's 3 imps down.
Why would I attack the floor?
Huh? Oh, where the chalk circles are.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll try to damage another circle.
Okay. Make another sleight of hand check.
5 plus sleight of hand, 7. So it would be a 7.
So this one is not damaged enough from you scraping with your dagger. Zarens at 0 initiative.
Yes, and 0.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm rubbing it in a little bit.
Yes. Okay. Let me
I can't get that one. It hurt me my first nat one.
Because you mentioned I do have different spells now. And I had done this because I was like, okay, we're gonna have students. Okay. I am going to cast Sanctuary on Rot.
Okay.
Thanks.
So so I need to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC every time that I want to try to attack Rot. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. That is
Dope. Thank you.
that is your action. What does an artificer casting sanctuary look like? Suggestion. You spray pheromones that make the smell even worse, which means anyone trying to even attack needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. Or maybe something else. Let's
not go on the spell. No, it has verbal, somatic, and material components, and it lists one of them as the material as a small silver mirror.
Yeah.
So like I'm picturing it being this sort of like basically I sort of have a like I pull out the little mirror and I like do the incantation on it, and basically it causes any sort of like attempt at an attack, like if it's unsuccessful, to literally reflect off like it's a mirror.
Hell yes.
Kind of like an auto parry.
Love that.
Yeah.
Cool. New turn. Rot. There are only 2 imps left. Felix Pendragon is like just like stuck to the wall in like mostly terror.
But doesn't seem to be leaving the classroom or trying to leave the classroom at all. And my cloud is still up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move my cloud over the next.
Okay. Make an attack. A spell save. Spell.
Shoot, 8 plus wisdom, right?
Yes.
2 is 10.
You destroy one of the last circles. You see that the last little imp sees you're protected, sees that its circle is in danger. It's gonna be its turn. Do you want to use a bonus action or a movement? So you've used your reaction. If you move close to it, you can damage it when it starts its turn inside of your cloud, because you've got a new reaction now.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Cool.
I'll move closer.
Yeah. Oh, I have to make a spell save DC against your spores, right? A Constitution saving throw. Yeah. What's your spell save DC?
My spell what?
It'll be on your spell chart, or it should be.
It's 12.
12.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I roll.
It's actually a Constitution throw.
Yes. Okay. I succeed, so I don't die from that, I think that that little imp is going to look around for anything that it might be able to grab and bring to the hells with it. Oh yeah, I think it's just gonna try to grab your U-wand out of your hands. So it's make an athletics check. Ooh, 17 plus
I gotta roll it.
plus strength of -2, so that's a 15.
You roll it.
Come on, don't let me down. 7.
Okay, your U-wand is inside of its hands, and it's like, banish me now.
Do I get
No, that's
Wait. This is just a memory, though.
But this is, if anything happens differently, then it's changing the.
It's changing what people remember.
But we're interacting with it differently than we interacted with it before.
And you're also interacting physically. You're touching everything, and things are touching you back. Anyways, Naraza, it is your turn.
I feel like we should have messed with anything.
Well, I mean, we're trying to do this like as close as possible to.
Because honestly, jumping in, I wanted to go and find that door that appeared.
We came out of it.
No, the other door.
We came out of that door.
The door in the hallway.
The
That's
the
where
door
we came out of.
That's the door we came out of?
Yeah, from the hallway where you first discovered it.
So the
Yeah.
door appears randomly then?
That's correct. It appears in
Okay.
different spots, which is probably why you,
Yeah,
need, you need the medallion to tell you where it is.
Okay.
Medallion. Well, at least I know what's behind that door.
Yeah.
Motherfucker has my
So
bomb.
Alright,
Raza, that's
yes,
the last
sorry.
one.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I figure we're probably not getting the wand back if we lose it, but the wand probably isn't actually winding up in hell if we lose it either.
That's correct.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the rules were of this memory thing.
Wait, so she will lose the wand? Basically,
don't
you
know.
lose the wand?
You don't know. You don't know that you
I-
can die in this place.
I recommend
What do you want? Do you mind if you lose the
let's
wand?
not try and get rid of him by eliminating the circle and ending the conjuration.
Oh.
Let's try and
If you kill him, yeah.
what?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, like if we kill him with melee moves instead of getting rid of him by getting rid of the circle, then
You know what?
potentially he'll just drop the wand.
I could just cut off his hands.
Okay. Naraza, go ahead and do your attacks. If you want, you can use your bonus action to do 2 of them, and you'll have a sneak attack on the first one that you hit.
Yeah, what? Do I roll one at a time or you said 2?
Well, you have your first attack, and then as your bonus action, if you have a second weapon in your offhand, you can make an offhand attack.
Oh, okay. Sure. So
go-
say go chop off his hands and can't even tell where that lands on. Roll again. No. 10.
10
Plus what?
What was this again?
Plus, I think it depends. Are you using your dagger of venoms, or are you using your rapier?
I used my short sword to chop off his hand.
Okay, so the short sword is +4. That's a 14. You hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, and you roll an extra d6 for the sneak attack.
8, 2, 6,
Nice.
8,
8 and
6, 7, yeah, 6, 7, 8.
and your dexterity modifier.
Oh shit. 4.
Okay. So that's 12 damage. You stab it. It dies.
Oh, I thought
drops
he was
drops
aiming
the
to-
U wand.
Okay.
Uh,
I run and scramble and pick up my wand really quickly.
okay.
Alrighty.
As this battle finishes, you hear footsteps coming up through the corridor, and
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to clean us off.
okay. It's gonna take you multiple turns to clean the three of you, so you're
Could I
gonna.
just put the cloud over us and wash us?
Sure, you can. Okay, so you're using Druidcraft to clean yourself. You're using Prestidigitation to clean yourself. You're
What the
still.
fuck did I
and You're
do?
still stinky. Headmaster Kala steps in,
That's
and
That's new.
he's accompanied with Harris.
By Harris?
Yes. And you look around, and Harris is also here as a student, and she's regaining consciousness. And as he's
So
stepping,
there's two of them.
as he's stepping in, the Harris points to Felix and says, "It's his fault. It's his fault. He tried. He had the imps mind control us.
Like what imps?
Huh?
What imps?
He almost got us all killed. And when she sees the three of you in your armors, she sort of steps back and runs off.
Okay, I'm casting Hold Person on her.
Okay, cool. The headmaster. So that's using one of your spell slots.
That
The
she's
head-
using.
The headmaster walks in and says, is everyone safe? My goodness, you got your uniforms and your you jumped into the action very quickly. I'm impressed, security team. And you see, like, after a second, he turns to you and he's like,
it was the imps.
It was
Wait.
the imps.
Are we sure we want him to
oh, well, usually the it's a sulfur smell, but my goodness, you must have been fighting some really nasty ones.
Yeah, we're pretty nasty.
Okay. So you reach out. What does Hold Person look like when you're doing it? Are you? Is it paralyzing spores? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you see that like Harris is. Oh, I get to make a saving throw, right? What?
Wisdom saving throw.
Cool. Wisdom, that's good. I'm good at wisdom. Okay. 8 plus 3 is 11. Your spell save DC is 12, so I failed. Harris is
Trapped.
Yeah.
Not so fast, Harris.
You see that Harris that's in the room, like, sort of like, huh? What? Meanwhile, the one who's in the corridor. So, what's the effect of Hold Person?
It says that she's paralyzed. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, be paralyzed for the duration.
I mean, there's 2 Harrods. That means there's another copy of us somewhere.
Yes.
Where are we, though?
We didn't show up in the room.
Yeah,
That's right, you didn't. So what?
Maybe we
Angelica.
finally finished the tour. The original tour that we were supposed to be on with.
Yes, but wasn't the Headmaster with us?
No, the Zorg, the eye dude.
Lazar Gaminakra.
Lazar.
Blazar. What?
Lazar Gaminagra.
Blazar. glass heart out.
And see, this is a bit more concerning.
Where's Angelica though? Oh, and what was it?
Well, no, obviously the person who was using it was Harris.
Yes, but we didn't see it. We didn't see Harris go in. We saw.
We didn't see
We saw Miss
Angelina.
Pendragon.
Well,
going towards the room.
yeah, we saw Miss Pendragon heading there. We don't know exactly what happened, but like the two things that are concerning to me, but like before we go any further, the two things concerning to me are she tried to make it look worse for him. For Felix, yes. And we didn't show up. Which to me suggests that there's more than one person already in here.
That's what I'm saying. Angelica and Harris were the two people.
Yeah. Which means that Angelica might have been lying to you about what she was trying to do.
Lying to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me that.
Because remember, worried about like the reputation and like their investment on
So
him.
why
Oh, yeah,
would
I
they
see
want
what you're
to
saying.
getting him expelled?
That they
Yeah,
were
because he
concerned
would
about his
definitely
safety.
have been expelled now,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to before, when he just got reprimanded.
The headmaster who wasn't like present at the scene with the whole panic going on.
Yeah.
What?
What?
A cockroach. On the
Oh!
plate.
Oh shit.
Oh!
And I
Oh!
almost ate it.
Oh!
Oh, there was a cockroach on your cake?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're taking a small break in the recording.
ABC started. ABC also started showing up.
And we are back and cockroach free. Okay. The headmaster sort of like makes sure that the students are okay. He turns to Felix and says, "Is this true? Did you endanger this whole class? Why would you do something like this?" And like Felix is like sort of stumbling with his words. The headmaster's attention is not on you or the Harris that you're holding. He doesn't seem to have noticed that's happening. Harris is still in the corridor. What do your characters want to get involved with?
Damien, what's your charisma modifier?
0.
Okay, I am going to attempt to smooth things over with the headmaster.
Maybe potentially tell him that like this is an ongoing investigation and we need to fill him in at later.
Yes, because this is like... Yeah, like, I don't... Because what's going to happen is they're going to remember Felix getting in a lot of trouble, and then Felix is going to be there a month later.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, like, this is going to create a lot of problems if we don't smooth it over.
I think smoothing it over is the way to go.
Yes. Be a good... Oh, yes!
18.
Yes, 18 plus 2, which is 20.
Nice, 30-20.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so when you roll a natural 20 on the dice, it's called a natural 20,
Yeah.
and it's called a dirty 20 when you just add up.
I was laughing and I was like, yeah, because I got it.
Okay,
At
got
first I was like, dirty 20. It's like, oh.
it.
Yes.
It was like 18, 19, 20.
So, you sort of like like reach over to the headmaster, tell him that it's too soon to reach any conclusions. That you're going to do the whole investigation, that he doesn't need to worry about this. While this is happening, you see that the other Harris is in the.
You know what? Well, the paralyzed Harris is paralyzed. I grab my rope and tie her down. And at least tie her up so she doesn't run away.
You start to tie her. As you do, you're reaching to pass the your arm over her head while you're wrapping the
I think that's
and you touch something that isn't there. You touch hair that is above where where Harris's head is. You realize this isn't Harris. This is an illusion that's covering someone.
How would I break the illusion? Is it
Interesting.
really for me to break the illusion?
So he's
Are
been
you
wrapping.
are you closing the door between the classroom and the corridor?
Yeah, so they don't see what's happening outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the two of you are there. As
So it's not really Harris. It's a fake Harris.
someone with the spell disguise self cast on them.
Angelica? Or it is Angelica.
Angelina.
Angelina.
Yeah.
Think Angelina Male.
I mean, that is the kind of shit she would pull from Rugrats anyway.
So
So
can
I tell him, like, hey,
so
there's
is
hair
he
here.
going to be able to successfully tie her up?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
your spell, because she's, yeah.
Can I?
What are you doing here? You're meddling with magic you don't understand.
And getting your cousin in trouble?
Your
Can
brother.
I use intimidate? Can I try and
Cousin.
intimidate her?
Cousin?
Cousin.
Can I try to intimidate her and tell her that I know that she's been lying to me all this time and she better start telling me the truth? Should I roll intimidation?
And maybe also throw in there, she's the one who's a student.
Yeah. Ah! Should I re-roll it?
Yeah, re-roll it. That went straight off.
18 plus 1 is 19 for intimidation.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I'll tell you everything. Just please. We need to be back in. We need to be back at the pool before before the allotted time that we can be in here. Otherwise, we might not make it back into our world.
How much time do we have left?
We have to hurry. While she says this, I'm gonna need both of you to make a perception check.
No, she's casting some. 20. Wait.
Is that 20?
Yeah, that would be 20.
Yeah, not 20.
Nice.
15.
15 plus 2, 17.
Oh boy.
She was not as clever as she thought she was.
So 17.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, 21 with my perception.
I rolled a 7. So she's not doing anything. She being paralyzed? No.
She's paralyzed.
Yeah, being paralyzed means that I'm also incapacitated, which means I can't take actions or reactions. So no spell casting. Her eyes, the ones that you can see, the salamander eyes go a little bit wider as a shadow passes over the window, flapping of wings and shattering of glass as the hippogriff and jumps in and is going to try to grab her, but because you both succeeded, you both get to roll initiative before this whole thing starts.
This is bonkers!
Oh gosh, I think that's a 17.
Okay.
3.
I rolled a 9. So, Rot, you were the first to act. Consistently, by the way.
Always.
Yeah.
Rot, gnome of action.
I got a fucking 3.
If someone is in trouble, I'm always ready to help. It's my personality trait.
Yes. Okay.
Shit. So,
Wait, does it have the...
yeah,
The
it's
bracelet?
got the bracelet on, so I was thinking I kind of want to try and get the bracelet off.
Okay, that sounds good.
How am I going to do that?
You would be making a sleight of hand check if you're trying to like unlock it off. Opposed with probably my armor class or my own sleight of hand. You could do an opposed athletics check to try to tear it off, or you could attack it and try to destroy it.
What about this clockwork toy shaped like a key that I have?
Ooh, you had made that to gain access to the tower.
That the hippogriff was in.
I would allow you to make a I would allow you to make a tool check with disadvantage because it's not the lock that it was made to fit. But if you with your tool proficiency, so you'd be rolling with dexterity plus proficiency, but at a disadvantage.
What's the difficulty?
I won't tell you.
It must be pretty high then.
Just because I'm not telling you doesn't mean necessarily it's very high.
I think that's my best bet to go with the proficiency bonus because otherwise I'm not going to get anything added to my roll.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. What's your dexterity modifier?
Nothing.
Okay, so you're rolling with the +2, but you're rolling at disadvantage, so you 2d20s.
And take the lesser of the two.
That's correct.
No.
Ah,
Fine.
your
I mean,
dice.
it did get a nat 20.
But not for me. Nice. So 12 plus 2 is 14.
12 is the lower one.
Yeah, 17 was the higher one.
Okay, 12 plus 2. That passes. You're able to click it, unlock it, and immediately the hippogriff. The hippogriff. You see, it was trying to grab Angelica, and now it's just sort of like backing off and menacingly at the three of you, and it jumps out of the window back out into the sky. You get an attack of opportunity if you want to against this thing, but
It's fleeing.
Yeah.
It's running away. I just want to pick up the bracelet that it had on and make sure that that's going to come back with us.
okay.
And I guess
You can write it in your inventory.
Okay, and then I think
well,
you
since
should,
we have to leave, as she says.
So I think you should pick up Angelina, throw her over your shoulder, keep her tied up. Let's go get Kazaras and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Also, is that the end of my clockwork toy, or do I keep the clockwork toy?
You can keep it, but I think it's a gnome ability. You might want to check how long it's supposed to last. Okay, so you're grabbing Angelina. You're telling Xaris that you need to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Xaris, you hear that just as you're done with the explanation to the headmaster. The headmaster is like, wait.
I'm going to investigation.
So much is happening. The glass is just shattered. Where are you going? And the three of you are heading back towards the room.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Since Angelina said that we don't have time, so.
All right. You find the room once again. See its. Smell it before you see it.
Oh god, I smell.
And you are able to get in there, sort of like before anything starts to happen to this dimension. You jump out of it, and you jump into it, emerging again with a door beaming with golden sunlight. And as you do, Rot, the bracelet that you took vanishes in your hands. You're not taking memories back with you from this place.
Good to know, though.
But is that how it's gonna be? That hippogriff is no longer gonna have that bracelet on it.
Well,
Is that
Only
gonna
no.
be the true reality in the future?
no. All that gets modified is people's memories.
Mother.
But that means that it is
The
possible.
window's also not going to be broken.
That's correct.
But he's gonna remember that it broke.
Yeah.
He's probably just going to assume someone fixed it.
The three of you, you remember the way that it originally happened, and the way that you just lived it. Your memories are not altered for having been in there.
Okay.
As you're emerging, how long does hold person last? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay, cool. So you're arriving at the end of the minute, and Angelina is like coughing this white liquid that she sort of like got dragged into, and like throwing up, like doing her best not to throw up in the pool itself, but outside of it, as you're sort of like emerging.
Please tell me there was another way to use it.
Another way to what?
It would have been funny if there was a proper way to use the door, the liquid.
To throw up?
Instead of jumping into the liquid, it would have been funny if there was another way to actually use the artifact.
Oh, like poisoning your enemies?
No, to go through into the memory thing, the memory realm. You know how we jumped in?
Yeah.
It took us to the
Yeah.
1 month.
Yeah.
If there was another way to actually use it that we just didn't think of.
A less gross way.
Less less stinky way.
So I have
I have a question.
Artificer's Lore. Do you have that?
You have what
There's
lore?
more.
One of my traits for my
Oh,
being a gnome is Artificer's Lore.
yes, because your gnomes are known for tinkering, and that's where you got your
Yeah, because I
clockwork.
chose Rock Gnome as the subclass.
Oh yeah, no. I would be using my my like books.
Alright.
Okay, but you don't have that trait because it gives you plus
So
2 to your proficiency bonus when doing an
She's
intelligence
untangled
check.
and
When doing a what check?
Intelligence check.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that would be Arcana, History, Investigation, Nature, Religion.
It's whenever you make an intelligence history check related to magic items, alchemical objects, technological devices, you add twice your proficiency bonus.
So is it saying that it's only history, or was it giving like an?
It's just for history, and
Just for
it's
history.
just for magic items, alchemical objects, technological devices.
Cool.
so you take it easy on
Okay.
So I could use it on the portal.
photo.
It is an alchemical object. It is a magic object.
Let's start talking.
Did we
Angelina.
did we jump in the pool and come back out?
Yeah.
Yes, we've already come back out.
Okay, sorry.
It's-
Angelina is
it's-
puking her guts out.
Wait,
Nice.
the door. It's not gonna stay open forever.
Let's get out.
Yeah, let's,
Honestly,
let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah, this has been unpleasant enough.
I can't stand the smell any longer.
As the last of you exits, the door and vanishes.
Okay, Angelina, it's time to talk. You said you would tell
Yeah.
us the truth.
Uh,
Is there some way does anybody have a spell or anything that we can use to like make sure that she's telling us the truth?
No,
Okay. Alright.
I don't.
I got +3 insight, so we'll probably check if she's telling the truth.
I mean,
She's tied up too, so.
I mean, maybe if we like had time as an alchemist, I might be able to make something, but I doubt that.
Can't you use a flask to make a truth potion?
That's not on the listed pure substances
Oh.
that it can make. Although for some reason mayonnaise is.
Mayonnaise is pure.
Oh, because the truth potion is a component. That's
So
why.
yeah, I just wanted to start telling us things. To tell what are you really doing here? What is actually why were you trying to sabotage your cousin when you said this whole time that you were trying to protect him?
You say that she has some tears welling up here in her eyes, but that she doesn't say anything.
You said that you were going to tell us the truth. I try to intimidate her again.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wait, so is she crying because she's scared, mad, or is she crying because it's scared?
You can roll insight to find out.
Should I roll insight first or
8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Okay. You think she's sad that she failed something she was trying to do.
17 plus 1 is 18 on that intimidation roll.
All right. She
Wait,
is
is that a... No, it's a charisma.
terrified of you, the little gnome with the skull mask.
And don't forget the purple glowing eyes.
Oh yeah, that too. She.
Such a friendly looking security chief.
Yes, I feel more secure.
2 dragonborns and
And an angry lure gnome.
angry asshole gnome. Yeah, so you have to tell me the truth, otherwise something very bad is going to happen to you.
I mean, at this point, we can just threaten to report everything.
Yes, we have all of the details.
Heck, we can even point to things that are now different that will have physical evidence.
Listen. Okay, listen. There's an enchantment on the room. It's been kept a secret for a long time, and I will get into trouble if this secret gets out. So, it's only possible to find it if you are, or to understand how it and the medallions work. If you're observing someone from the lineage using it, you can't stumble upon it.
Then how did we stumble upon this?
Because your family is one of the 5 lineages.
I've never seen this until today.
The door,
The medallion.
the medallion.
So I caught a glimpse of the door the first month we came here.
If your family would have maybe given this to you as an advantage, knowing this and knowing how to use the medallions if they knew you were here.
I guess time to send a letter home.
That still didn't answer my question. I was asking about your why are you here? Why are you doing what you told me that you were here to try and protect Felix's position at the school, and you were fearing for his safety, but now here you are trying to sabotage him.
Listen. The family fortune is spent. Okay. I don't. Listen. Felix, we're not gonna be able to get him through all 3 years at Candlekeep, and have anything left for our generation to inherit. Not with the prices of this school. And he's a dummy. He's not even a real wizard. He's a warlock. He got his powers from making a pact with something else. Not because he's smart and he's studying things. He's not. It's a waste of our family's money. Okay, listen. I can give you all a quarter of the amount of money that I would be saving from him not being here if you just keep
No deal.
quiet. That's
Yeah, we're not
Or we just report
susceptible
you
to bribing.
and have you know what's going on.
I wish it hadn't come to this. Everybody make a perception check.
Damn it, I should have put old person on her again.
Ooh, 19 this time, plus dexterity. Okay, the difficulty is 20.
Fun. 12.
Oh, God.
I rolled a nat 20!
No!
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Yes!
So,
Because I was like, that's only going to be an 18.
So, while you're focused on interrogating her, for the second time today, she's using the same trick. While your attention is focused on her, she's using the thing that she's controlling, the hippogriff.
It was her!
It swoops in. It's going to try to grab her and get away. You're the only one who has a chance to do anything. But let's roll initiative first. The other two are surprised.
Alright. Roll
So
for initiative.
I rolled a 9 on initiative.
An 8.
7.
8 plus 2, 11.
No. You two don't roll initiative
Oh.
because you're surprised.
Oh. Okay, so I rolled an 8.
Okay. I rolled a 9.
Motherfucker.
Okay. So
Don't you have a plus to initiative?
No.
Rot is at
I have a minus to
9.
initiative.
Oh.
Sorry. Rot is at. Okay. So Rot 8. Hippogriff is at 9.
So Hippogriff goes first.
So, the hippogriff swoops in, grabs her, struggles to fly very high with her, and is going to drop her on the roof above. You get attacks of opportunities on either the hippogriff or her. You get attacks of opportunity on the hippogriff. She is being dragged away, so she doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity. Anyone want to do an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to, acid breath one of the wings.
Okay, cool. That's a dexterity saving throw for me.
I believe so.
Okay.
I want to ask about the
I
bracelet.
rolled-
You want me to look it up?
Okay, let's. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Wait, the hippogriff's on the control. Couldn't you destroy the bracelet?
I just searched acid breath and it brings up like bad breath articles.
Acid breath 5e.
Yeah.
You got to type 5e specifically.
Man, when I'm looking for stuff, I'm like,
Okay.
nope.
Breath weapon, 8 plus your constitution modifier plus proficiency.
Okay, so
Constant, yeah.
that would be 8 plus 4, which would be 12.
Okay. I rolled a 12, beats it, so you do half damage.
Okay, yeah. I mean, my goal was, the reason I was spitting acid at the wings is the wings are mostly feathers,
Right.
so it's gonna, but it would
Okay.
stop the hippogriff from flying effectively.
Yeah. So, roll 2d6 and have it, please.
Roll 2d6 and have it. Okay. That will be 4 points of damage because I rolled 8.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what exactly that translates onto for feathered wings, but I'm hopefully that'll at least.
Yeah, so it's unable to take off fully and has to land on the roof of the abjuration building while it's sort of like recuperating. You see 3 other flying creatures: a griffin, a pegasus, and a manticore. All take flight nearby and are going to come close to the abjuration building. Angelica has other means of escaping. the other attacks of opportunity, let's do them real quick before we move on to the fight.
So we. So
Yeah.
I could use my lightning bird on one of those, one of the creatures that are coming close.
So it just on the hippogriff.
Just an hippogriff. Okay.
Do you want? Is that what you're doing?
No. No.
Or yeah.
Let's see. It's up in a roof, so regardless, I won't be able to reach him with my sword or dagger. So maybe bows or anything.
So like that's like sorry. We're going back to just 1 second ago. While it was grabbing Angelina away,
Oh, okay.
you all got an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was acid breathing one of the wings so that it couldn't
You know what?
fly properly.
Both of you can also get one.
I think I would use the lightning bird because I think my lightning bird also paralyzes or
It doesn't incapacitate?
incapacitate.
It's all of them just do damage. They don't do a specific. But yeah.
Where are you trying to incapacitate?
The hippogriff.
The hippogriff's already incapacitated.
Well, no, it's got some feathers burned off, but not enough to be.
And I mean, plus it could still run.
Yeah.
So my thought is it's not really the creatures that are an issue.
Do you think we should? But we don't know what happens if we knock her out.
Angelina that's controlling them. How is she controlling them? So if she doesn't have an action, she can't control these individuals, right?
Well, she can't. She can give them general orders through the telepathic link of dominate monster, which you studied earlier. So
And that doesn't require an action.
if you're giving general orders, then no. It's when you need an action when you want to take full control over the thing. So knowing that the griffin isn't, the hippogriff isn't at fault, do you attack of opportunity it?
Oh, I thought you said I could attack Angelina.
No, because she's being dragged away. The rules
Oh.
of 5th edition means that
How about you latch onto his leg and try to take the bracelet off?
you can do a grapple check to an opposed grapple check to grab on.
I think I'll try to do the same
Go with
thing.
that thing alone, do I?
I'll also would hope you grab the other leg.
What are you doing?
I'll grapple.
Okay, cool. Make
So we're
an
both-
make an opposed athletics check. Are you also trying to grapple?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
We're both gonna try and go with this.
Alright.
All right.
Let's
You're
go.
you're both doing it against.
7 plus 4.
Oh no!
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I rolled a natural 1. You both grapple. Okay.
I
Which-
rolled 18.
All right.
Yeah, that is one very grappled, grounded hippogriff.
So it's not grounded. It does go. It does go up, but it means okay. So
So it has an injured wing.
Yeah, and it was carrying 3 people. So like
One.
okay, the way that this battle map is set up right now, right, is this is the roof. And your characters were supposed to be coming in through here, with Angelina here, and the monsters in between. But 2 of you are actually going to be right here. Okay.
Okay.
So,
So
Angelina
we're
is.
really far from the monster.
So, this is
Hippogriff.
the hippogriff.
Okay.
We're right
Okay.
next.
So you two are over there with Angelina and the hippogriff, and I've got these other flying things in between.
Oh.
Yeah. So like like you rush up the stairs, and when you get up there, there's these 3 monsters. So
We said we were right next to her.
okay, and that's your character right here. Okay, this fight is gonna be different because of that fucking grapple. I rolled a natural 1.
You were hoping we'll fail the grapple.
Yeah, I would have. I should have cheated on that one, but I'm too honest for my own good.
Cheated! Oh my god,
We
no.
said a nat 20.
No, I'm one of those game masters. I just love where the roles take us, and I'm notoriously unlucky as a game
Sometimes I
master.
feel it is good to nith
Yeah.
your roles, especially if it will progress the story.
Yeah. Okay. So, now the other two roll your initiatives, please.
Our initiative.
Okay, let's see. Where are we in this? Watch me be 0 again. Oh no,
18.
I'm 7.
Griffin has 4. You've got 7 for Xares. And the Raza, what did you get?
18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay, the Raza, you got 20. The Griffin has got a 4. The Pegasus has got 24.
Fun.
Cool. And the Manticore has 19, 22.
So it goes first.
No, the Pegasus still goes first. Got
And
24.
Oh.
last but not least, Angelica. Plus 0. That's a 16. Gosh, I am. Okay, cool.
I hope that's all your good luck expended.
Ooh,
How long does your sanctuary spell last?
that's a good question.
Very good.
It's been about 5 minutes since you cast it.
It's been 5 minutes.
Sanctuary range, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so it's
over.
gone.
Yeah.
All
Talk
right.
to me for that fight.
Cool. So I'm gonna say this one is the Pegasus. Uh oh.
Okay, great.
It's dead.
No, stop falling.
It's not gonna listen to you.
It will have no choice. There we go. So this one's the okay. So Pegasus, right here. The Hippogriff, right here. The Manticore is right here, and the Griffin is here. Cool. All right. So first off is gonna be the Pegasus. The Pegasus turns around for Liraza and is going to clobber you with hooves.
Clobber.
Yes, that's correct. That is a 15 to hit. What is your armor class?
13.
Okay. So that hits you for 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning. Oh, by the way, that's a lot of monsters for a group of level 2 characters to fight. Just letting you know, she's got good odds on y'all.
So if we knock her out.
Oh, snake eyes!
Nice!
So fucking snake eyes.
2.
So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 minus 14, that's 8.
Yes.
That's the Pegasus. Alright.
Fun.
Cool. The Manticore is next.
Yeah, what was the Manticore?
Manticore had a 22 on initiative. It's the one that's standing right in front of you, Xares.
Huh.
She is going to do. Okay. 1 bite and 1 tail spike. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 13.
Okay, the first 9 does not hit, and then 6 plus 5 is 11. You said how much?
13.
Okay. Did you you took off the bonuses you had gotten from last time? The Manticore does not hit you with anything. The Raza, it is your turn.
Like I said, try to send.
So each of them has those golden bands with the diamond tilted red with blood on it.
Is Does she have to be conscious in order for her to have control?
Huh?
Is that a concentration that she has?
She must have slept in the months since the hippogriff has been here. So, you think that her being conscious is not required for those creatures to follow her orders.
Alright, so we can't just knock her out. I cannot.
Yeah.
So many enemies.
Yes.
Killing her is an option.
Yes, but then we'll get fired
Yeah.
for killing us too that we're meant to protect. Even though she is doing all this. What to do? Roth, what you gonna do? I don't know what to do. 'Cause I don't want to harm the.
How's your sleight of hand?
Oh shit! I got a +2 on it.
Okay.
Does she have to have something on her to control them?
No, but they need to have something on them for her to control them.
You know what? I'll try to see if I can remove that bracelet from the hippogriff at least
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
with my thieves' tool. Let's see if I can.
Oh, if you're using your thieves' tools, then use the thieves' tools, which means you have dexterity plus proficiency, so you have a +4 instead of a +2.
I would roll again.
No. 17.
Okay, you unclasp. You very dexterously unclasp it from the hippogriff, and as it falls, the hippogriff looks at you with the same confusion that you saw it having in the memory like a minute ago, and you see that like it remembers you having freed it the last month, and it's like it just screams at Angelina and sort of like places its wing on your head and ruffles it before it takes off and flies away.
That's
Good job.
So
one
that's
down.
one creature down.
Cool. That is your action.
Okay. Well, I need health, but
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to do a scene in the past. We'll do a short flashback in after this fight.
okay.
I've seen in the past, bro.
Just a small one while we were walking the corridors.
Hoover.
We'll get back to it.
Okay. My
I'm
bonus
so
action.
I'm so sorry to do this.
Oh no! What have we done?
Wait. What? Oh shit.
Any bonus action? You can do an offhand attack if you want to try to. Oh no! The first thing you did wasn't an attack. So you can disengage, you can dash, you can dodge.
Dodge. I still move. Because we still gotta.
Yeah, you still have the Pegasus right here, and yeah.
I want to stop the Pegasus from moving any further. So can I maybe try to bring it down, like knock it down?
Wait. Doesn't it need like? Oh wait. It's just the person doesn't need an artifact on them.
No, it just needs to have the golden bands on.
But how would they give them instructions when they're
Just
telepathically, right?
telepathically, yeah. That's following the rules of the
So
spell.
even if she's knocked out, there's still a chance that they may be still attacking us.
Yes, that's correct. But she is a spellcaster in her own right.
So we better do.
Like you see that she is taking out a what class is yeah, you see that she is taking out a sort of like a holy symbol that's like mostly like basically like a black circle of obsidian, and that she's using that to cast spells.
I guess I try to.
So that's her focus.
I guess I try to make.
I mean, obsidian's basically glass.
You could try and kick it out her hands and break it.
True. We could try that. I guess I could try and make her drop it.
Sure. So you're making an that's going to count as a non-lethal attack. So go ahead and make.
Wait.
I will allow you to do an offhand attack. Because you did, yeah. Go ahead. Which weapon are you using? Your dagger has the most chance to hit.
Yeah, I'll use a dagger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fine. Wait. Huh?
A little lighter on the rolls.
16.
Oh yes. Plus 5, that hits.
5.
And so with your dagger, you do 1d4 plus 3 total, thanks to the magic and your dexterity.
1, 4. Wait, you said 1 plus 3.
I said plus 3, yes.
Plus
so
3?
4
Yeah.
points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Priests,
presume that a
yeah.
little obsidian circle would not have that many hit points.
Yes, but she is like doing her best to defend it and herself. So so you need to knock out her HP and get her to fall unconscious, or fully immobilize her with a grapple in order to be able to like take stuff like that. So yeah, you do a little like you do a nick on her arm where she's holding it, but she keeps a firm grasp. Cool. That was your action. Your bonus action. Any movement? I'm moving you. Okay. So you had to get into melee range with her to do this attack. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you had to move away from the Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. The Pegasus is going to do an attack of opportunity. It's not just any attack of opportunity. It's going to kick you, and it's going to do a shove action. This is an opposed athletics check. It's trying to shove you off of the roof.
Fine.
So make an athletics check.
I think you are pretty athletic.
I know, right? 13 plus 4, 17?
Oh hell yes! I rolled a 15 total, so you're able to dodge. Fall damage can hurt quite a lot in 5th edition. So
Oh yeah, especially since I'm at 8, I would die.
okay, so yeah, that was your action, your movement, and your bonus action. It is now the Hippogriff's turn. The Hippogriff flies away. Rot, this is your turn.
Okay. I'm torn. So you said that in order to get the
Oh, hold on. Oh, it's Angelina's turn first. My bad. She is going to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon so that she can do damage to y'all as yeah. Her weapon is going to be
my phone died. Could you let that gnome come in for me? Cunning, not cunning. Cunning.
I mean, I'm sure that scene already happened in Vox Machina.
her action is gonna be to summon a spiritual weapon that takes the form of a dude in armor with okay.
Do we get a chance to do saving throws?
It's an attack roll. It's gonna do Yeah, it's gonna do a shove attack against Rot. So please. Oh no, it can't do that. It doesn't have its own athletics skill. So just a regular attack against Rot. What is your armor class?
I have advantage on all intelligent wisdom and charisma saving throws against magic, but I don't think that applies here. What was the question? I'm sorry.
What is your armor class? This isn't a saving throw. It's armor class.
13.
Okay, I hit you. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and then as her action, she's going to disengage and jump onto the Pegasus. So on the Pegasus's next turn, she will be flying away.
Wait, but do I get a react?
No, because she disengaged. Oh, she did start her turn in your area, so you can do the spore damage. If you like. I make a saving throw, right?
Yeah, I think it's a Constitution saving throw.
I pass.
3.
I rolled a 19, so I don't take that damage. Cool. So that is Angelina's turn. Now it's your turn, Rod. As we drop from initiative 16 to initiative 8.
Well, my original plan was I was going to cast Hold Person on her and take her spellcasting thingy away from her and
Oh,
smash
yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore because she's on the she's on the griffin.
Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Yes.
Oh shit.
You can still paralyze her and then take it. It's yeah. It's just that like, if it flies away, it's taking her with it.
You can paralyze a.
But you
It's on
can,
the person.
but you can paralyze her by casting Hold Person again if you like.
What's my chance of being able to wrestle?
If you cast Hold Person, I'm gonna say automatically.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. What type of saving throw is it? Wisdom. I'm good at wisdom because I'm a cleric.
It is wisdom. Is it still worth it? I think it's still
It is
worth
wisdom.
Yeah. It's wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is a surefire way to end this fight if it succeeds. Okay.
Yeah,
You-
it's wisdom. I'm casting it.
Cool. I rolled a dirty 20, so I am not paralyzed.
Mother. Wait, but I didn't get to roll.
Yeah,
That-
regardless.
for saving throws, you don't get to roll, unfortunately. Hey, look on the bright side. You'll get to roll saving
It
throws
says
when
spell
I.
attack bonus +4.
Yes, that's not what the spell save
I'm
DC
just
is.
kidding.
All right. Any movement from you? You want to get into a spot where you'll be able to like
Grapple.
use an attack of opportunity. Oh, if you're near someone and they're and you get an attack of opportunity on them, you can do a grappling, just like you did to like get on the roof.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll move closer to
Okay.
maybe get an opportunity to
Cool.
do something.
The magic weapon does not get an attack of opportunity. Cool. That is Zari's turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
lonely over there.
yeah. I was trying to look up Artificer's tools earlier. Because
By the way-
alchemist tools.
If I want to use my clockwork toy again, I have to spend an hour to repair it.
Is it broken?
I use it, and when you use it, you have to repair it.
No.
We're wearing the same shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Just yours anyway.
Mine are probably just less.
The artificer's tools are able to. Tinkerer's tools allow you to tinker with magical objects generally, and stuff like that.
So you could probably use that on the bracelet?
Well,
Yes.
no, what I'm thinking is I'm all the way over here,
Yep.
but for the beginning of the day, I did armor of tools
Oh,
for
yes,
my
yeah.
infusion.
So you
So
ha-
I will have any sort of alchemist tools
Mhm.
at the ready, so I was trying to figure out what exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit vague what the alchemist tools can do in general, but if you want to like create a lubricant to slip off the bracelets or a corrosive agent to sort of like destroy the blob that's like between the bracelet and the diamond, that's something that you can do. I will allow.
Yeah.
How would it be to break the crystal?
Or I was thinking, could I potentially, because we're on like a shingled rooftop, could I do something to make it difficult terrain for the creatures?
It will make the terrain difficult for everyone if you do something like that.
Okay. Well, because here's the thing: is like I'm all the way over here.
Yes.
And I'm not. Let's see. What's my? Yeah, I'm not gonna try to get something off of them. I have a -1 to my dex.
Okay.
That would not be a smart move. So like I was trying to think of. I looked and it said I could do alchemist fire. Could I basically, like, you know, have alchemist fire heading towards the two creatures that are closest to me to sort of like try to get them to move away from me.
Sure. Roll intimidation for me.
Roll intimidation. Alrighty. Yeah, I am going to intimidate.
Some
A
monsters.
manticore.
Well, yes, because I'm literally gonna like, yeah. I was trying to.
Ooh. You are
17 plus 2, so that is
19.
19.
all right. The manticore flies back, trying to get away from the fire. Successfully dodges. That's gonna have to be your action. So it is not within a range where you would get an attack of opportunity from it for like moving forward.
Yeah, but like what I'm trying to do is I know that I have, you know, these two other animals between me
Yeah.
and what's going on over there.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah. So
and
you scared the
if
manticore.
we can like if we can stop Angelina, we can stop the whole thing.
Yep.
So that's my goal, is to keep them away.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to use your move action?
I am going to use my move action and I guess my little makeshift flamethrower to let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
6 spaces.
I'm not gonna move my full distance because I don't want to get in range of the griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to get closer to the griffin.
Okay. Cool.
So I think maybe, yeah.
What's the range of the griffin?
It doesn't look like it has any ranged weapons. Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
On the griffin's turn, takes flight, and it is going to move over to here. No, actually no. It's just gonna try to push rot off of the roof. So, a contested athletics check.
I don't know what contested means.
It means I'm making an athletics check and you're making an athletics check. My strength is +4.
I rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a 4. Okay, so you see that like this thing, it's got like the weight of a lion, the claws of an eagle that are able to like snatch things out of the air. But you know about those beasts. You know about how they work. You are able to tell the what it's about to do based on its movements, and you just get out of the way. You'd seen the mice once escape. Like escape like an eagle's attack by just ducking down, and you do so. The claws, the talons pass over your head, and you are safe. New turn, Pegasus. The Pegasus is going to take off, meaning that both of you get an attack of opportunity on the Pegasus before it leaves. Because you're on top of a roof, this time, because the Pegasus's wings are not as good as the hippogriff's. If you successfully grapple it, it will not move. It will not drag you with it.
You try grabbing.
But you can also try to attack it, or on its way out, grab the control bracelet. So, what will it do?
If one of us grabs it, you won't fly.
So you want to try grappling it, and I will try using my tinker tools to get the bracelet off?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Each of you can make the roll individually.
2.
2. And 2 is not going to cut it.
3.
3 is not going to cut
But
it.
I was using my tinker tools.
Yep. The Pegasus flies. It has a flight of 90 feet, and it dashes. So the Pegasus takes flight. Angelina soars farther and farther away from the school. The creature.
She was on the Pegasus.
That's right.
Damn.
And the 2 creatures that are left that are whose control bracelets have not been taken see this happening, and they're going to try to disengage and leave on their turns. She got away. That's like 180 feet of movement because she dashes. So we are leaving combat.
Because the other creatures get away too.
Yeah, the other creatures. I mean, like they're gonna. You can try to. Oh, you know what? Let's see if you're able to free the other 2 creatures, right?
To free them?
Yeah. That would be the Manticore next, before Leraza. The Manticore disengages and leaves, so that's the Manticore. But the Griffin, all of you can get a roll to try to either grapple it or take off its bracelet before it's able to leave. Are you trying to stop it from leaving, or are you just not taking any more risks for this fight?
Me?
All 3 of you.
You know what?
I kind of want to free it.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go for it. I don't know what role it would be, but since I have my alchemist tools, glue.
Okay, cool. So alchemist tools, that plus that's intelligence plus proficiency.
I'll try and grapple it.
Okay. Oppose the athletics check.
Okay.
Then a 7 plus.
Okay, 19.
An 11.
Okay. 19 and 11. So you're able to glue it into place, giving Loraza enough time to take off the bracelet, and you have succeeded in most of this fight. Unfortunately, the perpetrator has escaped. Good news is, both of you solved your mysteries today.
I was going to say, we
So,
know what's
It's
going on.
level up time!
Oh yeah.
And we got one other for the next level, right?
Yes,
Those
you
two
have your
mysteries.
one mystery down to the next level.
Okay, what was that flashback you wanted to give me?
Oh, yeah.
Before we got
yes.
distracted.
Before we, okay, so as you were heading to the classroom, you had heard a scream. You spotted Hoover. Like, you basically crossed Hoover in the corridors. you see that like he's carrying this sort of like screaming plant creature, this mandragore. So it is not hearing the scream that draws your own attention. Because it's loud, it's not loud enough to conceal the scream from y'all, but it is close enough to his face. And as you're walking past, you see that, like, as you're running to get to the classroom, you see that he says, "Oh, you must be the new security team. Welcome." And it looks, Hoover looks you straight in the eye, and does not recognize you in that moment. And that's where we're gonna end it for today.
See, I knew
Yeah.
something was up.
Something was up.
You
You're
were
right.
Something was up because it's like, yeah, because I was like, this memory is not right.
Yeah.
For Hoover to be
the case of nepotism inside of a human family? No, that doesn't add up.
No. Yeah, that's why I was asking. It's like, wait, how do centaurs work here? Is this a case of one of the minor deities got horny as a horse one time with somebody?
Maybe. I haven't actually researched the lore, but most of the times it's just gods creating things. Alright.
Awesome. So, I yeah, okay. So yeah, like several.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so we've also learned some interesting things about how that room works for whenever it appears next month.
Yep.
The first is that you will be removed if you go in.
Yeah. You like
So we're taking our that place of us physically.
Yes, exactly. And like wherever you are, you just vanish and appear in the room instead at the
And
time.
people just
where,
forget that we were ever there.
or the people remember that they saw you pop out of existence.
Oh, we'll find out once we talk with Klabar.
Blazorga.
Yeah, Blazarga.
Menarkin.
Blazarga Menargan.
Blazargaminagra.
Blazarga Menargan.
Yes, excellent.
Blazorga Menarkin.
Yes.
His full name is in the Google.
I know.
I don't see why you were struggling. It's a simple name.
You are French.
I can get my magic hands. Yay!
Oh yeah.
So
yes, you do.
we found out that the Time Flux realm was special to his family because they were going back in time and altering events.
Yep.
Well, altering people's memories because it's not
It
actual time travel.
It doesn't change the event, just change what people remember of the events.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So the thing is we could find physical evidence that contradicts things that have been changed.
But how are we going to prove it if people remember in one way?
Well, okay. So the thing is like we the headmaster remembers us in uniform, right?
Yeah.
We have a physical write-up for not being in uniform. And we know,
So we could get that right of gone.
I think the original write-up was for not having taken your orientation before you jumped into a dangerous situation. That's what Clark actually wrote you up for. You managed to circumvent, you learned that you were supposed to be in uniforms, and then you circumvented it for the rest of the adventure.
mm-hmm.
So unfortunately,
But we wouldn't have been able to get our uniforms if
We hadn't
It's-
finished orientation.
yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. So yes, you do have something that contradicts those memories. But yeah, like also you should know that like everyone who knows about the room is doing their best to keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
So
we can't.
you have the choice whether you want to expose the existence of a memory altering room or keep that information to yourself.
I don't think we should, because
I don't think we should right away. It's just that, like, I think we should keep track of things that, you know, because it does not look like this is being used for the best purposes.
But first things first, I gotta send a letter to my family so I can learn where I can get that obsidian hourglass.
Get one for me while you're at it.
You were, Carrie, you were the one who was remembering the papers, the university news, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's my star. The fact that like I've been like putting hints even in moments of the narrative where it might not seem like I'm dropping hints. You remembered the great uncle Rosan being involved with the university news and having this medallion and like having an surprising amount of solved cases in university news, and you were able to like, oh, this is what's happening. So like you put the pieces together in a way that was very fun and satisfactory. And I think my wish is going to be, could you write down what you told me before the game on like your character's motivations and goals and the sort of arc that you're thinking of doing? Cool. Do you have a star in the wish?
I mean, my star is very much like the curveballs we got this session. Like, it was like constant turns and changes in direction just about every time.
Yeah. Prost, totally not involved in this mystery.
Yeah, led to believe that he might be totally not involved.
But why do he have that bracelet still?
Because he's a summoner and he regularly takes control of creatures.
Yes. Yeah. So it's so he's kind of mostly just an asshole summoner, not someone who's necessarily involved in some sort of like nefarious big scheme.
He's one of the reasons that
I was like,
came into existence.
every time that I gave more information about him, you were like, oh, he's a war mage. He must have been fighting on the other side of the Pandorian families, like in a war. I was like, no, he's just a teacher.
Well, yeah, because like you'd given that, and I was like, you know, it made logical sense instead of like, you know, narrative logic to be like, oh, you're showing us this because he's the one who's doing this. So I'm trying to form logical connections as to why he would be doing this.
Yeah, for sure. No, this was instead of a hint, this was more me being like, oh yeah, he's an asshole summoner.
He was intentionally trying to deceive us, or not deceive us.
Or just he had a mind control bracelet on his desk because he mind controls things. I love that even now that I've told you like he wasn't involved in this case, you're like, oh, he was trying to deceive us.
No, you were trying to deceive us.
Oh no, I'm just describing the world and just I'm improvising a lot of this stuff. But hey, when I do try to deceive you, like it's really fun because like with Harris, when we're like, oh, it's Harris who's modifying the people's memories, not Angelina. I was like, no, it's Angelina who's covering her tracks by this. Like, she's not supposed to be here 1 month ago, so she has to disguise herself as a character. And
Yeah, because that's the thing.
And when you said that Harris was the one that accused Pendragon, I was like, she has a crush on him.
Yeah,
she wouldn't do that.
Exactly. Like,
she wouldn't do that.
Like you like that's gotta be my star for you because you were like you weren't piecing things together, but you were on the lookout for contradictions, right? For things that didn't add up or didn't make sense. So you were able to like shut down some theories before they popped up because you were like, no, she's in love with him. So yeah.
Like, if I have a crush on someone, I want to tattle on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the way that during every single fight you were like thinking about not harming the creatures that were being mind controlled, but like you were the first one to be like, oh, I gotta reach for the bracelet, I gotta free it back in the memory, and that gave you the opportunity as soon as we entered like this new combat to be like, okay, these are 4 big boys. Those are some like monsters that we cannot fight in a straight combat, and just being able to like find the true objective of this fight and rely on and focus on that instead of like
just willy-nilly going after the monsters.
Gosh, I cannot for the life of me do a single shove action, do a single shove to push you into a single dangerous thing. Like I've had an orb of annihilation and 20 feet drops and stuff like this, and I cannot succeed on a single shove action. But yeah,
He wanted us to get up with that fall damage.
And my wish for all of you is like, can you please write down the like goals, motivations, and arcs that you
One
want to
ability
set.
by 2? Does that mean?
So I think my star is
never
I
mind.
really liked how this go round. We had a lot of more interactions with like magical beings and magical items and different like
I like that.
different magical, like you went to the class and you got to see those crazy things, and then we interacted with that weird item, and then there was the bracelets and I just liked how there was like a lot of interaction with magical objects and other things that we haven't really seen much of in the past.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No,
And my
excellent.
wish is that, like, keep throwing those curveballs at us, keep making us think that we know what's going on and actually do not. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Don't want the game to be too easy, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
No, I preparing for this, I was like, okay, introducing Angelina this time helps both of you solve your mysteries and gives a big hint on the new mystery you've chosen about Hoover. But then I forgot about Hoover. Okay, what was your wish?
I would say that that my wish is definitely like, you know, for sort of like more in like I'm just, I mean it's kind of like halfway a star, but like I love how like each of the sessions like are like very different, and I like how it's kind of like, you know, very different types of things. So I like kind of like exploring that in the gameplay of like different types of sessions, whether it's like, you know, a really action heavy one, or a really like skill heavy one, or a really like social interaction heavy one, like, you know, having just sort of like that variety in
Stories.
yes.
I've been trying to go for chase scenes for the past 2 sessions, but either it was, oh, you immediately catch this bug person, or a Pegasus that dashes has a flight speed of 180, so it's just gone. So I gotta prepare my chase scenes a little bit better if I want to actually follow through with them.
Yes.
Cool.
Although perfectly honestly, as a GM, like if I've had a particular like scene in mind, sometimes I will like fudge stats so that it actually like physically works with the parameters. It's like, oh, this is like way too fast. No, and I'm gonna make it slower.
Yeah. I know that and I do that, but I also like I really enjoy rewarding like
Or that big truck.
It's probably somebody washing.
I also enjoy rewarding when players have good ideas and the rules to back them up. So like when the two of you were like, oh yeah, we're grabbing onto that hippogriff. We're taking a ride and we're gonna be on the right side of the map at the start of combat. I was like, okay, okay, this is not a fight about getting to like dashing over to where she is as quickly as possible and like stuff. This is a fight for like now I'm just trying to escape. But yeah.
Yeah.
Starting the wish.
Start finally figure out what's behind the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like I was never going to give you actual time travel.
No, I know.
Like there's so many ways to mess it up horribly.
Well, for the hourglass, I was even thinking about time traveling, but even then, I would just at least find like, because what was it?
Time flux.
Time flux?
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Time flux realm.
I never thought about time traveling, but
Okay.
this is pretty good. This is a pretty good still compromise.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I like to do is to be like, okay,
Like it's not time.
what could you retroactively change that would be interesting, right?
Because it's basically kind of like time travel, but it's not time travel.
Yeah, you're not changing anything.
You're
just
changing
the people's minds.
the minds.
Yeah.
Wish.
Yeah.
Not sure right now. Wish. I don't think I got one right now.
Okay.
Can I clarify something about my resolved mystery?
Yeah, for sure.
So the hippogriff was Felix's
Pet.
pet.
Yeah.
And now that it's no longer under Angelina's control, is it safe to assume that it is going to return to Felix and be its pet? Because the mystery says I saw that a lone hippogriff made its home in the castle, but these are usually social creatures. What happened to its family? So
Well,
is
you found out Pendragon
Pendragon
is the one that it considers a family, and yes, it is going to return.
Remember,
Okay.
I think
Return
Pendragon
to
said
it.
that he raised it from a hatchling.
yeah.
That's correct.
So the Felix is his family.
Right, so that's why I just wanted to clarify that it's going to return to Felix.
Yep. That is.
Felix is gonna be happy too.
Yeah.
Now the thing we're gonna have to figure out for next session is exactly how we're going to do this report.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
God.
well, no, because
Okay.
the thing is, do
Right.
we want to include the time the memory altering room right away or not?
Do you want to save Felix from getting expelled? Because you might have, you've seen that Felix is in a worse spot as far as
that's right.
getting fired than he was previously. So you're gonna have to play some cards.
But
Play your
in
cards
this
right.
time, from the time that he was
No, yes, but
expelled
remember-
and when he
He's not expelled. He got in trouble.
so, but in that time, we haven't said anything to the headmaster about this because we couldn't.
That's right. You couldn't.
Yes.
You have to live with the consequences of the actions you didn't take.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to smooth it over, and you were able to communicate what to the headmaster.
That is true. That is true that you were like, oh, we're still investigating it. We're gonna figure it out. But just like if we at work, like if Damien accidentally tosses a pizza on a student's head, it's much worse if Minor is like right there and it's his son than if it's just a random, like it's much worse for your career. And so like Angelina involving the headmaster immediately was like the best move to try to get her brother fired. expel.
The spell. Yeah. So
Cousin.
yeah.
Cousin, yes.
I mean, they're nobles. It might be a
Those areas are gray.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna end the recording.